hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
K-Mega, I just sent you a DM.
Yeah, we live. So just what's the DM say if you want to let everybody know what's going on?
Quick article here by Mr. Grums. Grums is going in hard on Xbox.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
The article basically says Spotify's business model is killing music. So what he said is the Spotify effect is real and will cost indie games dearly, but Xbox Game Pass fanboys don't care. This will be the future of games, siloed into mega subscription service, and there isn't much gonna stop it.
Okay, who is this that reported this?
Grums.
Grums. I don't know.
Who's Grums?
Yeah.
Who's Grums?
Oh, sorry. The website is otherworlds.org. That's the website.
Oh, okay. What's going on, everybody?
The person.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is live. We was waiting on him solo, but obviously, because he does 1 million podcasts in a week, he's probably asleep, and he's going to mess up the cameras. I'll adjust it. Yeah. I'm cool. We'll get it, but we had to get to rolling. But we did steal one of his members from the podcast. You know what I'm saying? He wants to show himself because I think, personally, this man wants the ABK deal to fail, and because he works for IGN, he's ready to write about it because it will be one of the biggest stories that's in Africa. And I think that it's going to be very, very fascinating to find out. We will definitely talk about that. Well, because brother is from Wakanda, Texas, but he says he's from Mozambique, Africa. Anyway, Loke, good to have you here, my brother, man. What's going on? Keep looking at the stuff. Keep letting us know what you find, all the grimy grits. But man, what's going on with you, man? How you doing? How's your Friday been?
My Friday has been fantastic.
Yes, sir.
TSWS Gaming keeps growing. Bullsitting was awesome.
Let's
we
go.
Had Noof
He had Noof,
this week as a guest.
Yes.
He was terrible at the quiz, but everything else was awesome. I just got off the Doomsayers podcast. That was fun.
Did he get at least one right? Did he get at least one question right?
Yes, he got one
correct. Okay. All right.
Matt actually went perfect. He got everything correct. and then he picked Void Lot or someone. I'm forgetting to win the $10 voucher.
Okay.
My week is going awesome. I finished Jedi Survivor,
Oh,
and
what you
I
rated?
think it says a lot. Sorry.
What you rated?
Well, let me
Star
finish this
Wars.
thought, and then
Oh,
I'll
okay,
give you
okay,
the
okay, okay,
review.
okay, okay. Let me just
I
shut up
think
and
it
let you
says a
talk. Sorry.
lot. I
Shut
think
your
it
mouth,
says
K
that
Mega.
I think it says a lot that I played Jedi Survivor for about 2-3 weeks now.
Mhm.
Barely tweeted about it. I just got on to Yakuza 5 and I can't stop tweeting about it. I think that says everything you need to know about
Right.
the state of gaming right now. I rate Jedi Survivor a solid 6. It is a good game. Nothing special. Fallen Order was a nice palate cleanser for EA trash, but Jedi Survivor doesn't do enough to evoke an emotion. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's worth the $60, definitely. But it's not something that's gonna, do something special within most gamers. Yakuza 5, on the other hand, I am doing damage in the Princess League with Haruka. Can't stop playing. I'm gonna be grinding it as we're on the show. So yeah, that's how my week is going. Super stoked for the next
What
chapter of the
game are you playing right
FTC
now?
versus Microsoft.
What game are
Yakuza
you?
5.
Oh, okay, okay, Yakuza.
Yakuza
Okay,
5.
okay, okay.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay, well, that's all I need to know. I a 6 out of 10 blows my mind because you
that's
just said
super
that
low.
was you said it was a fascinating game, but you still gave it a
No, I said it
6.
was a good game.
Oh, okay, a good game, but a 6
Yeah.
out of 10.
Yes.
Wow. Everybody that I've talked to is because I've played it. I haven't got that far in it because it was broken when I started playing it. But everyone that I've talked to who's beat it and even gotten deep into the game is it says it is fantastic. So, and you say it's good. So I mean, you're pretty much stronger.
A good game.
Yeah. So I don't. There you go. I
There
knew
we
it,
go.
ladies and gentlemen. There
Hey.
There we
Dark, what's
go.
happening with you, bro? How about we do the high five? Oh, there you go. I knew it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was trying to tell you guys before it happened that the man was going to sit here and come. He knows that we started at 8 o'clock. I don't know. This man was asleep. That's what I knew.
At what point have you started at 8 o'clock on time?
Well,
That's true.
I
He's got you there, K Mega. He's got you there.
I was waiting. I just started the show. I was like, well, we got to go live at some point. So I don't know. I mean, so.
Honestly, he was actually the first one in here tonight.
I was the first one in here tonight, ready to go. What's going on with you, PK? Listen to you. All right, I'm just gonna do my cameras, but let's go on. Okay, good to have you here, Loke. Looking clean, looking sharp. I mean, if it was 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm on a podcast, I'm looking dingy. I probably wouldn't even have my camera on. So I don't know. This Mozambique thing, it might be a little suspicious. You might sound like a professor off the camera and all that shit because I'm really wondering. But you know what I'm saying? But you dress down
I
for the
take
touchdown.
showers.
Yes.
I take showers in between.
Yeah, okay.
I'm brushing my teeth. I'm
Yes.
taking little naps.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything just to be fresh for the GRG podcast.
Bro, I appreciate it. Now, I cannot present my GRG gear because I got to sit here and got to wait to fix these cameras. But we got to move on, man. Might as well go to this man right here I don't know what is he doing. Is he cleaning his fingernails? I don't know what Ham Solo is doing right now, but whatever he's doing, it looks nasty. Whatever's going on, Ham Solo, what's going on with you, bro? How's your Friday been?
It's been all right. The reason I am late is because I got sucked into City Skylines and lost.
I saw you post about it, and man, this man here
Completely lost track of time.
it happens.
I was
It happens.
gaming, and that's why I'm late to a gaming podcast. Sorry.
Oh my goodness, no, it's all right. It's all right. I'm just and stop
good reason.
changing background because it just made me just change. Oh my God! Now me and Ham Solo can do the high five. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It
I
is
don't
what it
wanna
is.
high five you.
I didn't change my background, dude.
Keep
I
my
just turned
hands
my
clean,
camera
K
back
Mega.
on.
Oh, you turn your camera back on, but it flipped. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think I'm just gonna probably just go to StreamYard, and so I don't have to worry about
So
this
then
ever
you don't have to
again.
worry about it.
Yeah. Just you guys just gonna have to get onto my StreamYard thing or something like that. I don't know.
If
dying
you
over
just
here.
send us,
I'm dying
if you
inside.
send us a link, then we'll just.
He
it'll
doesn't
be
have
easier.
that. He doesn't have that quick that quick sleight of hand like I do to fix this shit.
Bro, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. I know. I mean, because I'm still new to this nasty technology. But anyway, let's just keep it moving.
I'm happy to help whenever. Hit me up.
All right, I'll hit you up. But first, let me fix this camera and then move on to the next person. Let's keep it going. This little box right here, I got to go ahead and get him fixed. What's going on with you? He doesn't have his camera on. He did have his camera earlier. He was over here licking his lips and messing with his mustache. And he
had his chest hair all hanging out.
I don't know what Viper is doing I don't know, but thank God that he is not showing this because I don't know. You keep that. Viper, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm okay, baby. Lord, baby.
Listen to that. Oh, the messy.
No, basically, I'm trying to recover from this week because air quality was shit this whole week because of them damn fires up in Canada. And it came down through the Midwest and it's headed east. So, yeah, I was struggling this whole week. But I'm feeling better today, and I'm able to breathe now. So, yeah, I'm just overcoming some sickness.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Get out of here. Get out of here, Loke. You can't be in here twice. And then I got Dark in here twice. This is disgusting. Out of all the people that come in here twice, that's got to be shown twice, is this damn stand. Anyway, speaking of the stand,
there's
what's going
too
on
many
with you,
white
Dark?
people in there. Right?
It's too many what?
Too many white people.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're bringing down our ESG score, bro.
Oh man.
We need diversity up in this month.
Oh, yes we do. Yes we do. All right. What's going on with you, Dark? How you been? I was ready for that gameplay, but I mean,
listen.
Hey,
Okay.
come on, man. Explain to me, man. I need to know.
Totally forgot, man. I totally forgot, and I've been busy all week. I haven't had much time to play Final Fantasy 16 anyways. I don't even know if I would have been able to get you good enough gameplay this week as much as I've been slacking on that game. But yeah, I
that's not a good sign.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, it's a good game. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to play. It's good, but yeah, there's a lot of it where I'm like, man, I wish this was more RPG than what it is.
You know what? Well, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that I've been reading from a lot of PlayStation fans. This is why I don't block a lot of PlayStation people, even when they go left. They have been...
Oh, they go left, yeah.
But they've been using that sentiment quite a bit. Matter of fact, I mean, I'm talking about diehard PlayStation fans. They have been talking about like, man, I'm enjoying this game, but it's starting to get a little stale for me. I'm going to put it up a little bit, and then I'm probably going to come back later. I don't know. Is that how you feel about it?
No, what I'll probably do is just finish it, and then once I'm done, I won't go back to it. Like once I'm done going through the story, I probably won't try to get the platinum in it. I have no interest in getting it for this game. But there is one thing that I feel like people should, understand is that, like, coming from a background of JRPGs and stuff, for me, this is kind of like a step back, from the original, type of Final Fantasy. It like Final Fantasy VII Remake, like, was way better. Like absolutely way better. And like even Intergrade was better. So it is a little bit of a disappointment. I still give it like a 9 out of 10 just because of it's gorgeous looking, and the combat's really fun, and all that stuff. But it does get a little. It falls towards the middle of the game, and then you start to kind of dive into more lore and stuff, and then it's just.
Oh man, I'm
Name the
laughing at
characters?
Rangy's for
Can I
comment.
name any of the characters? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he says, can you relate to any of the characters, bro?
Can I relate to any of the characters?
He's talking to me. He's talking to me.
Oh, is he talking to you?
No, I mean, even to me being light skinned, I'm not a part of that. What's going on with Final Fantasy XVI?
Well,
yeah.
I feel like there was a reason behind. It doesn't excuse anything what Yoshida said about what he said. Mm-hmm. He said what he said. He should have never said it. Period. But you literally play in the game. You play as a slave. So and the bearers are considered slaves in that time frame. So I can kind of see why they didn't go that route, because it would have been probably really controversial, but at the same time it doesn't excuse them from not putting in people of color or anything like that in the game. They do have some people that look that are Middle Eastern. They have some people that look Middle Eastern, but then they also
very
have
careful right now.
Right.
Well, I don't want to offend anybody, like that's the last thing I want to do. But there are a few things, there are a few people in there that sound like Spanish and stuff like that. So there are people of different ethnic groups, and stuff, but it's just, I understand why they were doing it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know, man.
All right. Well, we'll be going into more depth about Final Fantasy 16 and their 3 million and all that here going forward. But man, thank you guys. Yes, that's going to be our very first topic, talking about the FTC hearings. I know that there's a lot of people that are tired of it, and they don't, and some people maybe on the panel tonight maybe not want to talk about this, but I feel we're at the end. So hereby I say either the 7th or the 12th. Yeah, the 7th or the 12th of next month of July, which is just a week or two away. We're going to get an answer on whether this is going to happen. So there's a twofold question that I do have on this FTC hearing. So I'm going to go ahead, and since we got a guess. You would like to, of course you would like to come and comment on this, PK. Of course you would. You would mess up my cameras, bro. You should have let me know this from the beginning. I'm sorry, bro. I can't let you do it. I am not going to keep adjusting these cameras. But okay, I can't. I ain't. I'm sorry. You should have hit me up earlier, bro. I'm sorry. I would love for you to be on here. You can come on this show anytime you want to, PK. You're a former member of the GRG podcast. I still consider you family, but I ain't trying to tackle these cameras. So
wait, hold on. What if he jumps in and I jump out? Would it reconfigure the cameras, and then once he jumps out, I jump back in?
No, that's not how this is gonna work, brother. I'm going to have to sit there and do it. So, all right. Okay. I'll tell you what. People have seen me adjust this thing enough. Okay, PK, come on in. Come on in. I'll even I'll put the other little camera thing up here. Let's go. Let's
Megan's having a great
the most ghetto podcast of all damn time, because people want to be late. Get your ass in here and tell me beforehand, and then this will be the last time. Don't ever do it again.
Are we perpetuating?
I mean, you
ever.
Hey, Mega, we're not the only ones that are late, dude. You are late all the time.
All the time. I was the first one here. I was the first one in. I don't even want to hear that.
No.
I was the first one in here. You were
usually
not in here.
Usually Viper is the first one here.
Okay.
Usually Viper is the first one.
What about tonight, sucker?
To be fair, it's his podcast, so
I can be late all I want to, sucker. You're right. But regardless, I
feel that.
Stop shilling, Ham. Stop shilling.
I know.
I'm not shilling for that sucker.
Anyway, so
wait a minute. Is that Reforge Gaming?
Shilling.
Is that Reforge Gaming?
So let's go ahead and let's be ghetto. I don't care. the hell with it. I mean, like people look at us as they say. I forgot what Speed Goblin said that he considers the GRG. It was positive, you know what I'm saying? But it was, but that's cool. So we could just do that. So anyway, come on, PK.
It's the flea market of podcasts. That's what it is.
No, I would say the be higher tier than a flea market.
Swap meet.
The mall.
The mall.
I would say the mall. Yeah, I would say the mall. I would say the mall. The mall, because the mall's a dying breed. So anyway, all right, but let's go ahead and put PK over here. The cameras, Jesus Christ, let's go. Oh my goodness. We have your camera on. You get sucker. You got your camera on when you on 108 Dragons Den. You turn your camera on, sucker. I don't care if you looking dingy, looking like an old broken Twister. Come on, man. Bring it in here. Turn that camera on.
You're not helping, bro. You would not help.
An old broken Twister.
Yo.
Look at this. I gotta
man. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Oh shit. I gotta find my boy. I gotta find my boy.
Why is this not going?
Oh my goodness. Where we lost Viper. I gotta find Viper. But anyway, hold on. Let me go in here and PK. Can you talk? Can you hear me? Can we hear you? Oh no! Now he don't got his mic set up. Yeah. I gotta find you, Viper. I lost you, Viper. I'm gonna have to find you, brother. I'm sorry, man. Viper down. There we go. I can find Viper this way. Look at that. I've been working hard to set this thing up properly, just in case if some shit happen. But we gonna do it. Yeah, look, I think that's sexy to have two on the screen. I think I might just leave
Mega botting like crazy, isn't he?
I know you are botting. Yeah, you're botting, bro. Yeah.
Okay, hey, Megan. You gotta make sure.
Having the worst.
Just fine. Keep going, bro. This is awesome.
Yo, what's up, GRG, and what's up, everyone in the chat? What's good, everybody?
That's good, man. Okay.
It's cracking.
Everybody can hear me?
All right, am I botting anymore? Am I good now? Am I good now?
No, you're good now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was over here pressing too many buttons.
You never.
Hey, anyway. Somebody get that country guy off those buttons, man. He end up killing everything.
Can't help it, man. Them fat fingers, they don't work as well.
These fat ass fingers. Anyway, listen. If you want a GRG shirt, hat, all this good stuff, I can show you. Listen, there's a link that sits there and it tells you to get the GRG gear. There's bags, there's hats, there's shirts, there's sweaters, all that. Get your girl in some GRG stuff. K-Mega would love that. So let's do it. No, not yet, but I am working on that. You know what I'm saying? I am working on GRG thongs, ties, and alibis. Let's get it, baby.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Yobi in the chat? Hey, Yobi. I said it before. There is definitely a ongoing fight. All right? I want you to know this. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro, but I just got to tell you, the Dragon versus Powerbomb Pineapple Paul. You gotta have your creative character ready for it to go down. Just throw that out there.
Oh my God, this man talking about the wrestling game. Okay, all right. One more question before we get out of here. I mean, before we go to the FTC stuff. PK, I know that you're big into wrestling. I know that there's a lot of people that's big into wrestling. How is I know Game Down Sites, he loves the game, but what do you think about this compared to the
about the AEW?
Yeah, the AEW. What do you classify it with compared to the last two iterations from the WWE games from 2K?
So just throw it out there. I just want to say, Megan, you still botting, but I just want to say I think the game is fun. It is a different iteration, so it's not exactly the same. It's more 100% arcade style wrestling, so it's like the old 64 NWO. So that's probably the legendary wrestling game that got us all loving wrestling games. So honestly, I enjoy it. I think the simplistic controls and the ability, everything about it just makes you free fall, so you don't feel pressured that somebody that might get the control scheme up above you that can anybody can jump in is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? And
It's
the
usually
way I also look at it is they're not going to do a yearly release like 2K. They're actually going to just update this game, which I think is a better way to approach it, right? Just keep adding wrestlers, and you know,
I
see that.
100% agree with that. Jeez
I think
Louise.
that's just a better approach,
Stop trying to rip me off, right?
right? So honestly, I'm not gonna say it's better or worse, but I would say it's different, and it's definitely caters to the more casual crowd who just want to have fun. It doesn't have all of the features that the 2K games have. However, it has enough to keep you interested. And at the end of the day, we can make some really good memes and really good clips off this game. So I think it's solid for what it is.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. All right. The FTC hearings. Let's go. I'm going to start off with Loke.
What's up, Loke?
What was one of the most fascinating things for you? The things that stood out to you in these hearings? I don't know how much you heard or read, whatever, but what has stood out to you that has got you like, whoa, I did not know this. This is insane. What's your initial thoughts for everything that you've heard so far from the last week?
The mystique has been removed from both Xbox and PlayStation. I looked at these companies as like super professional, competent, super organized, etc. And nothing, man. Just everything, everywhere. They just show that they're exactly like every other company that I've ever worked at least. And the only difference is the scale of the business. That's it. But in terms of like just embarrassing stuff being sent back and forth, the individualism of the people running the place is all over the place. As far as what specifically, man, I honestly, it has to be the 15%. It has
she
to be the 15%.
dropped like she got shot.
Yeah. Real quick.
I'm dying.
Oh my god.
I'm dying too. Oh man.
It was the 15%. Come on, y'all. Focus, fellas.
Focus. Okay.
Don't be squeezing it out.
Oh
my god,
Whose
K-Mac is
gameplay is
down.
this?
K-Mac
K-Mac
is
gameplay
down.
is this?
down.
Big man down.
Someone call 911.
Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall.
I'm down.
Oh lord.
I'm down.
Someone put the pieces back together.
Oh
Someone
shit.
put the pieces back together.
Oh my god. Oh damn. Oh
All
damn.
right. Ain't nobody
Okay.
gonna do no CPR. You have to get up by yourself, dude.
I am.
Nobody's doing CPR.
Oh shit.
There you go. You just turn off the camera. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, to finish my point, the main thing that kind of stuck out, that's on the top of my mind right now, is the 15% that the first party exclusives from Sony bring in. That was shocking to me. I thought it was way more, like maybe 30, 40, but 15? That was, my jaw was on the floor when I read that.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So is that it?
That's how you
That was
felt.
it, dude. Everything else is pretty obvious. I mean,
Okay.
Xbox is trying to buy games outright because Sony keeps doing the backdoor deals. Everything else was kind of like just fluff, David Lee's not very smart. The FTC also
not
not very
smart.
smart.
Wow. You calling this
I mean-
Harvard College professor not smart?
Bro,
Bro,
he
I
was
don't know
not
what
on the
your
level.
I don't care what your profession, what your qualifications are. How you present yourself today is what informs how I grade you as a person
back.
or as your qualifications. Right? You can say you graduated from your grandma's basement,
Oh,
But if you're
Wow.
eloquent and you
Grandma's
know
basement.
what the hell you're talking about, that's cool. But you can you can graduate from Yale, but if you don't know what you're talking about, then you won't sound smart.
oh man. Oh my goodness.
I appreciate that, Luke. I know not to ever articulate anything in front of you.
No, and then get crushed like he was. That was gotta, yeah. I mean, because Dr. Lee got that work. But
the only difference is I would never present myself without backing up anything I got to say.
Listen, everybody, the way that they paid, come on now, that was just a whole different type of scenario. Like, no way. Like that one guy for that one, not Miss Bailey, but the gentleman that was representing for Microsoft, that expert, he made $2 million and he was getting cooked by the FTC. But anyway, let's go on. Move on. PK, I know that you said you wanted to hop in and wanted to talk about it. What was the things that stood out to you about the FTC hearings, and then just whatever else that you wanted to talk about in that situation?
So I just want to put it out here, and I did my research, right?
Mm-hmm.
There has never been a injunction given for a vertical merger in history of the U.S. There has never been an injunction, which is what the FTC is trying to get, which is a restraining order, provided for a vertical merger ever. I just want to throw that out there. And if this happens, it'll be the first one in history. I just want y'all to think about that. Because we've seen worse.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going after Amazon now. What I was going to say is, listen, everybody that showed up and listened very carefully to the words, listened in. I know K-Mega, you listened in.
Yeah.
I know I've listened in. A lot of people listened in, and word for word, these and shout out to the judge for allowing this, right? This is not normal practice.
Yes.
To allow public hearings to be broadcasted across Zoom or whatnot. But this is something abnormal, and we all was able to listen to it live. We didn't get to secondhand words and none of that. So when we do see analysts or so-called journalists out here twisting words, we call them out for what they are. Liars. They trying to twist the narrative. Because we were listening to it live. And we're not going to all just act like the internet don't exist and we don't have the internet to have our own, do our own research. But what stood out to me is, and the reason I'm bringing it up, because shout out to everyone who listened in and definitely, even though we all come to our conclusions, we heard the facts that was presented, right? It doesn't matter how you want to spit it. We heard exactly word for word what was said and what was done. And what we learned is Elder Strolls.
Uh-oh. Did he go away?
He's on mute.
Now he had to throw his hand up. Man, boy, these ladies ain't having it tonight. These ladies ain't having it tonight. That was the hey, Ham, that thing had me cracking up so much, man. It made me fall out my chair.
my wife walking in the room and ducking.
Well, yeah,
she didn't know she was on camera.
Right, and you threw up your head like that, bro. I was laughing so hard, man, and then I fell out my chair, bro, and then I had to hit the camera. You missed all that, but anyway.
You want to get
I
that
didn't miss it.
chat?
I was there. I
okay.
didn't miss anything, Jimmy.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Anyway,
it's the old homie Rain over there. He threw a super chat up there.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and get to that super chat. Appreciate it. Our boy Rain G4. Hey, going back to the days of our brother that we was over there doing podcasts with. Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Have you heard
B Shadows?
Yeah, I was just to say, have you? I know that what you told me,
Rain.
PK, but
yeah.
Is that still accurate about B Shadows? What you said?
As far as I know, yep. I've been trying to reach out to the old homies that knew him and see if anybody else, and so far I know there's no additional information.
I just think the brother fell off That's good for him. I hope he's over there, sipping
He
on a pina
literally was,
colada.
he literally was suffering for something really bad. He couldn't even
Right.
play games because of
I know.
his vertical.
Wow. I was telling me that, but I hope that he's, like I said, sipping on a pina colada, sitting
100.
somewhere in Germany, and
Definitely got love for him.
and
Definitely.
yeah. He was one of the first people to give me an actual opportunity to talk about gaming on a podcast.
100%.
Yeah,
You know, me too. Me
I
too.
love Shadows. You know what I'm saying? That's how me and All Day kind of fell out because of B Shadows. But
So
no. Let me read that. Rain G4. He said that guy that asked, could he phone a friend, bro? That had me dying. That's when the FTC was getting absolutely cooked by the judge. Anyway, but that you're absolutely right. I'm going to talk about that. Nobody else talks about that,
Yeah.
but I'm
We
sure we said
learned-
just so people are here. Well, go ahead, PK.
we did learn that people would switch from PlayStation to Xbox if there was a Santa Claus skin from Call of Duty on Xbox. We did learn that. We also learned that you need a Windows key to stream
Wow.
games.
Oh my God.
We also learned, hey, listen, that when you do a quantitative data model, you use 8th gen stats to try and prove your 9th gen probability. I just want to say that all I know is by the court of law, you have to prove not by certain, but probability of harm to the consumer, not theory, probability. There's a difference. And I just know that I listen to it just like everyone else, and I find it pretty odd and crazy that people are getting paid lots of money to stand up here and not understand technology or what they're talking about, but pretend they have a lot of evidence of, and the only evidence that we were presented is that maybe FTC should be investigating Sony.
Talk about it.
Or wait a minute. Where are they Sony lawyers? Because I could have sworn they supposed to be representing the United States people, not Sony Interactive. I don't know. I was confused because for some reason they say, yeah, if you harm Sony, that will eventually harm consumers. But ignore the fact that consumers are already harmed by the fact that these backdoor deals are excluding said console. These are third-party deals. This ain't first-party. We're talking about third-party. And then the whole email comes out, and you read it, and and feels like very frank and say, hey, I hope we remain committed to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, blah, blah, blah. I hope everything's good. And Ryan's like, I got these big old balls I'm going to put on the table, and I'm going to say, nope, I want the Bethesda games back. I want everything if you want me to accept this contract. And it's like, what? Yo, who? I started looking around. And then, you know what? We also found out that Nintendo doesn't matter.
Right.
PC don't matter.
Right.
And the fact that just because people buy Call of Duty but don't really play it like that, that don't matter. But trying to sneak in and try to, say, well, Elder Scrolls is exclusive, and they took that off PlayStation, knowing that that's not true. Elder Scrolls Online is on PlayStation. Let's stop the cap, all right? But the point I'm making is we found out a whole lot of things and confirmed a lot of things that I'm sure you, everyone in this panel knew, everyone listening knows, that from the beginning, and this is why Nintendo wasn't called as a witness. Nobody even realized that. The FTC was crapping all over Nintendo, but didn't call a single person from Nintendo to come be a witness. You wonder why? Because they got bad blood with Sony, and that would never end.
No, never. You're absolutely right.
If they called from a witness, oh my God, you would have seen more messy drama all over the place. It would have been crazy. Because the reason why they called NVIDIA is because NVIDIA has no love for consoles. They explicitly try to keep Nintendo out of the narrative. I just want to throw that out there. And like I said, I'm gonna let you go because I know a lot of people want to talk about it, but I want you to remember this, and I know there's some super chats coming down. They have to prove, not by certain, probability of harm to the consumers, not theory. The burden of proof is on them, and there has never been in the history of the United States an injunction given for a vertical merger. And I'm done with that. Unless you guys got something else.
Well, I will have to push back on the vertical merger thing, because from my understanding, the last time that it was challenged and defeated was over 30 years ago. Or at 30 years ago in 1993.
Okay,
So,
well, I stand corrected. Which one was it?
I forgot what the name of it was, but I mean, when they were talking about it, there was a post that was dropped, and then I looked at the link, and it was in 1993. We're talking about the Bush. That was before Clinton became president. So we're talking about Bush Senior. That was the president. So that's how far that is when it comes to a vertical merger that has been rejected. And so I'm pretty sure that is something that
rejected, or a injunction.
Well, in
blocked or injunction.
Yeah, it was blocked. But that to me is that where that was what the judge was bringing up as well, and I'm pretty sure the judge is going to be presenting and putting into her thought process as well. I don't know. I'm just going to say this before I move on to well, I'm going to read the super chats and then I'm going to move on. But I don't want to hear anybody, whatever the decision that she makes, come out and say that judge was not fair. She was absolutely 100%, no matter what her decision is, was absolute fair. She asked the right questions, just like gamers would ask. This woman didn't know anything from the beginning of this trial, then to asking questions like we would ask about Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, or just the cloud and everything else. She was on her game. I would hope that any type of deals and mergers, she would get the bulk of them, because she is absolutely a rock star in my opinion, regardless. And she's a Republican judge. So, and people know.
You're saying number facts.
Yeah, she's great. She was great.
I just wanted to remind that she still has to rule on the court of law.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
That's at the end of the day, that's what it's got to come down to. And there's certain things that the FTC has to, there's certain directives and dependencies they have to meet in order to get that and they didn't do it. They don't have the substance or they didn't meet those guidelines. So I just don't see it. But hey, you never know.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. But okay, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and read these super chats right fast, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to Viper, because I have not heard his point. I've seen what he posted to me and us and others, but I have not heard what he had to say. So I can't wait to hear what our boy had to say. But
AK Mega, what game is this that you're playing?
Oh, this is Synced. This game Synced. Yes, okay. It will be releasing this summer. I believe it comes out in August. It will be August or September on PC only right now, but it will have a console release. This is me getting early access from these guys. Appreciate Necron and them for giving me the opportunity to play this game and me getting to show this content. This game is dope, man. It's real dope.
It looks like the mixture of The Division meets Outriders. Yeah,
it is. It's exactly like that. And it is very, very fun. Very, very fun. And it has different modes as well. That's why it kind of trips me out, because The Last Descent, that game that's going to be coming. Oh no, it's The Last Descent, and then there's the Atlas game that's going to be coming out this summer as well.
Talk about Metaphor?
No. Metaphor coming out. That's a no. Is it called The Last Descent, fellas? On the shooter that's like this.
Oh, The Last Descendant.
The Last Descendant. Okay, I can't wait to get a chance to get my hands on that, because it reminds me of this. But I can tell you this now for this is my gameplay. I played this game for almost 20 hours straight. Like I played that a whole weekend that it was available. And I loved it. I'm like, I'm copping this. It's going to be a free to play game, but I'm buying this game. This game is solid. So if you got a PC for right now, definitely come to consoles. The developers have released that they will make copies of this, but they just don't know the exact time of when they will release for consoles. But I'm copping this on PC day one. I fell in love with this game for sure. So, but Ray G4, he said Sony doesn't want to make games day and date. Judge said make PlayStation Plus better to compete with Game Pass. Absolutely. I mean, she was screaming, Sir X-Man, the elder statesman. He says, pray for Crispy and his mom passed. My condolences. Oh, man. Man, Crispy, you know what I'm saying? Our brother from the next podcast. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you. We love you, brother. We you know what I'm saying? I hope that, I mean, woof. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. Just made me think about my mother. And so, I mean, bro, I'm gonna have to reach out to Crispy and just throw him the praying hands, tell him that, if he needs to talk or chat with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm always here for him, you know what I'm saying? But much love for you, man. Hopefully, I mean, especially getting close to the 4th of July, that's some sad shit, man. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crispy Bomb. I hope you guys will keep him in your prayers for sure. All right. So, Viper, your thoughts about the things that stood out for you on the FTC hearings, and spill it all out. We want to know what all you think about this whole situation, this case, man.
So what I thought was that, first of all, Matt Booty, he's a killer. He is a stone cold killer.
Facts. Yes.
I also found out that this judge is a very wonderful, fair, and no nonsense judge. And I like how she loved to play around just a little bit, joke a bit about certain things, but then call out people on their bullshit. I also found out how Jim Ryan is just such a sleazy greaseball. That's plain and simple. I'm like, what makes you think that you can get anything that you want because you're the market leader? You want all of Bethesda, you want all of Activision, and you don't even own it. You don't deserve it. You're not owed anything. This entitlement that he has, this entitlement complex, it's almost like, I hate to say it, a millennial. Okay, I mean, I'm in shock at some of the things that came out. I'm in shock that Microsoft was in the planning process of buying everybody. That is what, like, they were trying to get everybody. They were trying to definitely buy Sony out of business because they had everybody on the table. CD Projekt Red, Sega, Konami, Bandai Namco, Capcom. Everyone was on the list.
Is still on the list.
Well, no, Bungie's off the list because they're owned by Sony right now. So,
True that.
But there was just so much that came out, so much dirty laundry. What I really wish came out was more Sony dirty laundry, because that was going to be part of the case in August with the FTC. But unfortunately, that stuff didn't come out in the preliminary hearings. So I would have loved to see that more than some of the stuff that Microsoft was getting into. But all in all, I think this was This was eye-opening, and a lot of people got their online degrees for being a lawyer for acquisitions and mergers.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, hopefully I'm not biting. I did a lot of moving and shaking, so hopefully I'm not biting like I was earlier. So just point that out. Am I still biting?
Still bottom
You
a little
are.
bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay, all right. So if it's not too bad, then we can work with it. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Viper. Keep continue.
I'm done. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Okay, Ham Solo, your turn.
So just the case all in all, or is there a specific question here?
No, all in all, the things that stood out to you for the case. For the
Oh, man, there was a lot that stood out to me that I thought was really funny. Actually, let me go on ahead and pull up Twitter because I was on it. I was having a fun time because it was pretty embarrassing in some moments. But all in all, like if you were to ask me like how I feel about going into like this coming week or whatever, I'm a little tentative just because I just don't trust government or like all this other stuff. As I was telling you last night, I was kind of starting to fall to the side of like, like I just don't see it really happening. But I just kind of sat on it for a little while and started to kind of think, like if we're really gonna give this stuff kind of a chance, like if we're really gonna like say that things are supposed to be done the proper way, then my God, what I just watched throughout the last week, 2 weeks, or whatever has been an absolute slaughter. And it hasn't been like really a slaughter on Microsoft giving it to the FTC. It's the FTC repeatedly running into walls, all on their own. And it was really interesting. Like, so, like they had comments where they were running into walls so hard that there were moments where Judge Corley, there was one specific moment where they cut to break where she said it's not about the harm to Sony, it's about the harm to consumers. They were just trying to rebuttal that for what felt like an hour. One of the times he said, "Oh, I tried my best," as if that's supposed to be some sort of proof of anything. We tried our best. Like they didn't have any legitimate evidence, so it was all of these. You should see where I'm going with this, Judge. You know how this goes. You know how this kind of stuff happens, and you got to act on it before it's too late. And then she's like, "Too late for what?" And they're like, "You'll see." And then it's just like, what are you saying? And like the whole first part of the closing argument, she had like a super simple question. Where did you get the 20%? Remember that, K-Mega? Where did you get the 20%?
Dr. Lee in some trouble. Dr. Lee at the FTC in some trouble.
The same guy that was just walking us around telling us where he thinks he got it. Oh, Dr. Lee. And then the judge was like, well, Dr. Lee didn't even seem like he knew what he was talking about. And he is like, oh. And then it got me when he was like, can I phone a friend? I was like, bro, this is not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, is it?
I need a lifeline, bro. Hey, I'm gonna call Loke. I gotta call PK. Yeah, bro, I gotta call Loke. I gotta call PK. I gotta call my team, bro. I gotta tell them shit is critical right now.
It was pretty embarrassing just to like the guy sounded like he was at a loss, but just keeps circling. He just kept spinning the same block, hoping that Judge Corley would be like, "Oh, I see what you're saying. but like it was literally just going nowhere, and it was funny at first to laugh, but then I started to feel a little bad, and my wife took it the same way that I took it when we were sitting there listening to it. There was a moment where Judge Corley was like, "You're doing a good job," and she kind of laughed when she said that. And the guy, you could just hear it in his voice. He was like, yeah. I really appreciate that, Judge. I really appreciate that. And I was just like, oh my goodness. It reminds me of like when like your kid is walking for the first time, takes 2 steps and falls. And you're like, yay, good job. But in reality, it's like, bro, come on. We working for you to walk across the room and figure this stuff out and do what you gotta do.
Oh man.
But like it was like Judge Corley was like just kind of like giving them some sort of ambition to want to continue working after today.
Yeah.
because those dudes and everybody was like, "Where's Lee?" They sent his ass back to 8 Mile.
Back to where he came from.
They said, "You
Bro,
cannot come back into this courtroom.
Look over your shoulder.
Care."
That's where he's headed. That dude is done. They are not going to call that man for nothing. That man will not get retained for anything. I hope he got paid very well on this job because it will be his last.
Harvard.
I told Luke, I was like, that man is on
right?
LinkedIn.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
is from Harvard. Yeah, he's from Harvard.
I was like, that man is on LinkedIn right now.
Right. Oh yeah. He's done. He's done. They will not retain him again. They will not retain him. So that was pretty fun. Continue, please.
Oh no, that's pretty much it. It was just pretty rough to listen to. It was fun. But yeah, all in all, I think that I'm taking a shot in the dark saying this, and I feel like I'm going against my will a little bit, but I think justice will prevail in this one, because it's just like the whole time. To me, they could never orchestrate a proper argument to argue how it harms consumers. They never orchestrated a proper argument. They kept reverting back to how it harm players on Sony's brand as if they were locked in shackles and they could not move, and as if there isn't things in place that make sure that those people over on Sony or PlayStation or whatever get those titles. They're like, yo, we already agreed that we'd give it to you. And in one of their main arguments, which I thought was just bogus. Like, yo, like think about this, K-Mega.
Mm-hmm.
How did Xbox get MLB The Show on Xbox?
Oh, because
Sony made it, right?
Right. Yes,
Sony made it, right? They had the rights from MLB. MLB said we want this to be shared through the consoles.
Yes.
How did Sony make a port for Xbox version?
Oh, because okay. I mean, that's pretty technical, but the fact of it is, well, it's not technical, but MLB first was saying, look, y'all not making enough money over here on PlayStation. The sales are dwindling. And they got the dev kits from Xbox in order for that game to be shipped over to the Xbox. I don't know if that's the direct answer that you wanted, but
yes.
Go ahead.
So you nailed it right there. They got the dev kit from Xbox to make the game for Xbox.
Right.
Xbox not that long ago did like some updater for something like that for Minecraft, remember?
Yes.
What's Sony's complaint? Where's Minecraft at? Xbox says, where's the dev kit?
Right.
So these lawyers are trying to convince Judge Corley that they may purposely delay putting Call of Duty on the PlayStation or forego putting it on PlayStation because PlayStation doesn't want to give them their dev kit. And they tried to make sense of it like PlayStation shouldn't have to give them their dev kit to have to do it. And it's just like, wait, what? What are we talking about here? So hold up. Xbox can give PlayStation their dev kit for them to put MLB The Show on. You previously gave your dev kit to Xbox to be able to put Minecraft on there. You want one of the biggest IPs out there, and you're going to tell me that it's my problem that you don't want to help yourself. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I got water right here. If you want it, take it out of my hand.
Yes.
And you're saying, I don't want to show you my hand, but I'm expecting the water to go into my stomach.
Right. Pour it in my mouth.
Pour it in for me. Just give it. Just give it to me, damn it.
Man.
Right.
Analogies.
Just give it to me.
But he's right. He's right. Sony's on some bullshit. That's just the fact.
And it's such a Sony thing to do because this analogy of yours also fits into my situation with my credit card, my debit card, and my cash card. Exactly the same thing. I want to buy the games, but you guys are just making it difficult for me. Yes. But go on, Ham. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're fine. I'm just like, I just don't understand at what point, like, the FTC or the expectation of Judge Corley and the CMA and all this stuff. Like, I don't know why they anticipate PlayStation needs to be like spoon-fed like a baby. All these things when they are not spending any money on it. They may have to spend the money to get the IP over there to pay for the deal. Sure. Just like everybody else. But Sony says we're not everybody else. We're the best, right? We're too good to eat at the same table as Nvidia in Nintendo or Boosteroid or any of that. We've been holding this game down and we've had exclusive rights to it a few times, so we deserve better than these guys. That's all I hear him saying is we deserve better. This is BS. When in all actuality, it's like, dude, you're getting the same deal as everybody else. And you just don't like it. That's just what it is. And you see, on top of all of that, that the person that you're trying to pretty much drown, the person that you're trying to kill, you have to give money to now. And that's really the thing that hurts the most. It has nothing to do with, I mean, if Xbox didn't have a console, was gone, went out like Sega, but somehow they acquired Activision, it'd be just fine. But just so happen that they happen to have the console of their own, they have an ecosystem of their own. Nobody else can control the big IP, although they even pulled out crazy stats like, yo, bro, there ain't even that many people playing this game. There's a lot, don't get me wrong, there's a lot in the scope of like where is like all the multiplayer in Call of Duty being played. Like there's a good amount on PlayStation, there's a good amount on Xbox, there's probably more on PlayStation than there is on Xbox.
Right there, yeah. No doubt.
I'll go on ahead and give that right up. Sure.
Yeah, you have to.
Sure, there is.
Yeah.
But when Xbox spends the money and it's theirs, why do they have to succumb to whatever you say?
Well, because they say that they're the market leader and everybody should bow to what they say. I mean,
but we're going to ignore that it's not the only thing that powers PlayStation.
Right.
There's
That
still
doesn't-
plenty
that
of
doesn't
other
matter, though.
games there's still plenty of other games on PlayStation that give great revenue for them. And I just don't understand. It's just, this is such a huge cry of, I don't want to compete. I just want to sit here and be number one. It's boring.
No, it's very boring. You're right. Great point. Points. You was landing it. You was landing all that. Our boy Operation Man, the 18-wheeler driver. What's going on with you, fam? You know what I'm saying? Glad you're going ahead. You got those CEO skills. Welcome to the club, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I mean, I almost want to pull out. Listen, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to show my, you know what I'm saying? But I still got it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you know what I'm saying? You got that. Hold on, let me put my fingers on some things right here. But you got that yellow right there on that card. You good? You got that yellow? You got that yellow on that card? You solid. You solid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be showing all that interest, all that information, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? People weird. But yeah, no, you got that yellow card that shows that you're a real one. But anyway, shout out to you, Op. He said lemon character doing a victory dance with Macarena in his hand. You a damn fool. Yeah, bro. I don't know if I'm going to go that far because there's still enough. I think the FTC did enough to put a little bit into the judge perspective to maybe think or consider that this deal is not going to go through. But before I go into this last part of questions from you guys about the FTC hearings, I have to go to Dark. Dark has been waiting patiently. I don't know if he's playing a game. Probably not, because he's a PlayStation guy. But
oh wow,
that's messed up. That's messed up.
I'm part of that 15%. Okay.
Oh shit! I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because I wanted that Final Fantasy 16 gameplay, so I could, and I would have been praising Dark all show, but he did not.
Maya has it 16. That's what he has.
Yeah, man.
You also have a super chat from Sir X-Man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, before he hits you up and be like, "Hey, man, you forgot mine."
Oh yeah, he'll call. The Sir X-Man will call me, bro.
I know he'll call you.
You a super chat, man? Where that? But you'll be going to the other podcast that has like hundreds and thousands of views.
Is that how you sound?
Oh yeah, that's how you sound.
That's how you sound. I just wanted you to say it again so he can hear how you sound.
Anyway, Sir X-Man, our brother, man, out there doing this thing. He said the FTC needed Joe Pesci from my cousin Vinny. Bro, I'm not gonna clown them yet. I will clown them when it's due. I thought the FTC at the end did pretty good. I thought they did. Now, when the judge started cooking, I was like, oh shit, this shit is over. The judge might make a ruling right now. But there was one thing, and when it's my turn, I'll sit there and I'll give my point. But Dark, it's your turn. What is the things that stood out to you about this case? I know that you don't care about it. You're one of the people that wanted to be over with, just like a lot of people out there. But I know that there was some interesting nuggets out there that I'm sure that you took like, oh, very interesting. What was?
Well, most of it was just stuff that I saw on Twitter, so I don't really know anything from the actual court case at all. All I know is what I've seen on people posting on Twitter and whatever Viper decides to send me or whatever before I block his ass.
Oh.
No, just play Viper.
Oh man.
No way you live.
Hey man, remember last week? Cooler with bodies.
That's true. That's true. That's right. Oh yeah. Man, yeah.
Watch out. Watch out.
any of them scrubs on, I was like, oh man, this man is wild.
He was pretending he was from Hostel. Like, yo, bro, watch out. Watch out.
But from what I seen from Twitter, it was just mostly like the funny thing that stood out the most was that the FTC just sounded like a bunch of retarded people. Like that's what it sounded like. They just sounded just dumb, like were completely dumb. And I was just like, from what I've seen, and people that I follow and things like that. Even on the PlayStation side, there's people that were like, yeah, you guys aren't really doing much to give us any layup here or anything. Yeah, they just didn't have anything over there at the FTC. It seems like from what I'm hearing. Um, yeah, it's a weird type of situation that's going on with that. It kind of it's just I don't know. I don't know if it's like if they're just like meaning to be that way or just not really. I just think they weren't prepared, to be honest. I think Xbox was prepared and they knew what they had to do, but the FTC just didn't seem like they were prepared for it or even remotely it seems like they went in and where they were just like, we got this, basically. And then
government, they're idiots.
yeah,
wow.
it was just like oh, we got this, we know what we're doing, kind of thing. And it was just like, okay, all right. And then comes to find out that they didn't really know anything about what they were doing or anything. So but yeah, I think that was the only really like thing that stood out to me was just the fact that they sounded like they really were not prepared at all for this. And when it's a big case like this, you should be completely prepared for it, and it doesn't seem like they were.
Yeah. I will say this, like, because the judge mentioned just at the end of the hearing when she was giving the compliments to both teams, she said that they were on a short time, and because Microsoft forced it because the FTC was trying to do the trying to prolong it in order for the deal to not to go past time before that that they would have to certain time day or whatever. So Xbox had to first. So I will give the give the FTC some benefit of the doubt on that, because I think to a part that you're right, that they came in, got their experts, they got the information that they got, and they thought like, well, we have a legitimate case.
But that's the thing. They knew that this was going to come down the pipeline anyways. They should have known that this was going to happen. That they were going to.
I don't know if they did. I don't know if
I'm pretty sure they did, dude.
They
had months. They had months to prep.
I'm positive they had months to prep.
They had since January of last year when this thing was announced.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So all right. Never mind. We're trying to be fair, but never mind.
Yeah, I don't think in this situation that you can really be fair because of the fact that they came in and they just sounded dumb, like completely just not knowing what they're supposed to be doing, not knowing, bringing in experts that weren't even like that, like you guys were saying, that Dr. Lee guy that they brought him in, and it was just like, okay, we don't need this guy anymore. basically make
if
them
anybody go look at his picture, he does not look like a real law professor.
No,
I just want to throw that out there.
I have not seen a picture of Dr. Lee.
Is it like in those movies where they try to get the expert?
Yeah, he looks like an actor who's pretending, like he's really pretending.
Wow.
Yo. Like, look at him, yo. Look at his glasses. It don't even look prescription. Look like he got him out of Target. Yo.
Word.
They found they found
Why y'all snickering? Y'all know I'm right. Y'all go look at him.
I'm gonna try to look right now. Hopefully, I'm not botting while I'm looking.
But yeah, I mean, I think if it comes down to it, if Xbox does get ABK, there's no sweat off my back. I don't care. To be honest. It's not. I've never really been like a huge Activision fan, anyways. You know, I play Call of Duty, and the only reason why I play Call of Duty is because my cousin plays it. And then if he doesn't get it or play it, I'm not gonna play it or get it.
Oh yeah, no, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, am I botting?
No, you're good.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Picture at.
What? Say that again.
You looking for his picture at?
No, I'm
He's on
looking at.
LinkedIn. He ain't hard to find.
I'm looking at his picture right now. Let's see. Hold on. I'll just show it right now. Hold on. Let's see if it posts up
Are
there.
you showing it on the YouTube podcast?
Yeah, there he goes right there. Hold on. There's a long second to the top. There you go.
There we are.
There we are.
That's him?
That's him. That's him.
Really?
Yeah, that's him. Oh, he got a beard there. Oh, no, that's not. That's a different one. Okay, but that's him right there. Yep. Andrew Lee, economist, right there. All right. So
And tell me, am I wrong? Tell me, am I wrong?
it's a little.
Tell me if he don't look like he's playing a part.
He looks a
I'm
little
muting
young.
myself.
Yeah.
He looks a little professional. He looks a little professional. Anyway, let me go back to the
Dude,
game.
look at his glasses. Come on.
Bro, he's a professional.
Keep it 100.
He's a
Keep it
professional.
100.
He's a professional. Anyway, all right. So, okay. All right, let me keep it moving. Let me get to me because we got a couple of more topics to talk about before we get out of here tonight. From my perspective,
Super chat, K Mega.
go ahead and read that super chat. Let's go. Thank you, fellas. Oh, JD Gamer, appreciate it, brother. Oh man, he said the copium PS fans are putting out as they go on these podcasts, call themselves experts, and then have the nerve to say you Xbots don't know what you're talking about, as if Xbox fans can't have these same jobs they do. Out loud. No, no. You know what? You're right, JD. This is the thing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to get to it. So I was hoping that I wasn't going to be. If I'm buying, I apologize. Am I buying? Okay, cool. All right. Well, cool. I'm going to show this. Shit, hold on. I'm going to show this because I have no choice. So if I'm buying, sorry, I'll cut it off. It won't be. I won't be. But let me get to it here right now. Oh, Van Vliet is to the is going to the Houston Rockets. Damn. Okay. Interesting.
That's not gonna do anything. The Rockets suck.
They do.
Is this the gaming podcast or a sports podcast?
Both.
Just
both, sucker. Both.
Just go with it, dude.
Just go with it. All right, here we go. All right, let me go here. Let me put this up. Let me go here.
I'm sorry, we're sponsored by the FTC. We are a Sony podcast.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Know it.
You guys might not can hear it, but the people in the chat will definitely hear it. Here we goes. All right, so let's go.
This is something that resonates with me because I as I listen to the testimony and read the stories and read all the documents and the discovery, the thing that I'm brought back to, and this is just my honest take, and people can take it however they want, is that why are you so vociferously rooting for the company that's telling you they're so bad at this that they need to go buy things? Their entire course of operation throughout the entire case is how bad they are at it, that they can't do it. In fact, Phil Spencer had said about mobile gaming that they couldn't do it, quote unquote, organically, right? Like admitting it. Now that's maybe true, maybe not. But my biggest thing is not that you're rooting for an entity, right? I think about small market baseball teams. This is a weird example, and I know it's out of your wheelhouse, but in the MLB, unlike the NFL and the NHL, there is no salary cap, meaning that teams can spend whatever they want, like on players. So the Yankees often spend hundreds of millions of dollars more than other teams, while in the NFL, everyone spends the same amount of money. And so in the NFL, you have a lot of it is general management and coaching and obviously player skill and making the right choices, but it's all a level playing field. In the MLB, it's not. And the most impressive teams to baseball fans are not the big market teams that win, but the small market teams that win. You know, there's especially Tampa Bay Devil Rays. I think they're just called the Rays now. They are a notoriously small market team that doesn't spend any money and just drafts players and wins and does really well. That's impressive. And so when I look at the situation, I'm like, why are you rooting for someone who's bad at it, an entity that's bad at it, that has had more money than anyone to make this work
What's
and
going
can't,
on?
that has since the very beginning
this play
tried to
out.
buy its way in. Of course,
Y'all
we always talk
can't
about
hear it,
Nintendo,
but
but so many
if
other
you
things, and
listen to
just
the podcast, you
blatantly
can hear
throwing
it.
its money around. And of course, as we see here in these quotes, which we'll use, they have every intention of trying, or at least had every intention of trying to spend whatever they could to get whatever they wanted. This to me is a weird thing to root for. I don't get that. It's like they're basically going like, we suck. We can't make it work. Look how badly we're getting our asses beat. We need much more. It's like, why would you ever want any of these entities under their control when they can't do it? That
Can I
doesn't
go
make sense
first?
to me.
I want to go first.
This is something that
all right, hold on. I got one more, and this is this guy right here. This guy
Keep
right
cheering
here.
for the side that you claim is so pro-consumer, and yet your attitude, your demeanor, and your behavior is the exact opposite. It's anti-consumer. You don't care what happens to the consumer. You don't care what
no, it's
happens
like
to
13
value.
seconds. I'll
You're
start
cheering
off.
for
It's only 13
green.
seconds.
You're
Let me-
cheering
so
for
people can hear
keep
him.
cheering for the side that you
I'm sorry,
claim
bro.
is so pro-consumer, and yet your attitude, your demeanor, and your behavior is the exact opposite. It's anti-consumer. You don't care what happens to the consumer. You don't care what happens to value. You're cheering for green. You're cheering for Game Pass. You're holding the line. You shouldn't be holding the line. You should be demanding better. There's a difference.
All right. So you've heard both perspectives, and let me just get back to the gaming.
I want to go first.
Go ahead, Lo. Go ahead and go first. Like, cause I mean, I got so much I want to say, but I mean, yes, please. I mean, I got a panel that wants to say stuff, so please let me know
So
what
the
you thought
first-
about those things.
I won't take up everyone's points. I just want to take the first point that was made by the
Colin
first video that
Moriarty.
you took.
Yeah. Okay.
He specifically said, yeah, he specifically said that why would you support the corporation that just wants to buy stuff up, bro? Sony is like example number one.
Mm.
All right. If there's a gaming dictionary on the gaming history of buying stuff up to get into the market, it's Sony. They started it. Before Sony, everyone kind of tried to negotiate, but mostly everyone's model was you have your console and you make most of the games on that console. You own the IP on that console. Sony is the one who introduced the concept of buying stuff up that wasn't yours and making it on exclusive on your platform when it's not yours. Sony is the one who started this. What are you doing? What in the Phil Spencer are you doing? That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Anybody else that want to comment on
Yeah.
both videos? Go ahead, please.
Yeah. These guys always think that they're business people, you know, that they think that they know the ins and outs, and it's like this stuff has been happening for eons now, you know, where companies buy out other companies just so then they can build their portfolio and bring it up and stuff like that, and then they sell off stuff just in case, you know, just because it's not selling well or whatever. This has just been happening for a long time now. It's not a new thing. It's not something new. Like just because the Xbox is doing it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You know, they're doing what is right for them and what's right for their consumer and what's right for their company, and they want to compete, and they want to take that crown from Sony. That's you know, that's what they want to do. And kudos to them, and that's what they have to do that. That's just what they have to do to keep things going and keep surviving and keep going and all that stuff. You know, and it's not like you know, it's not like you have them going out there, buying up everything. They're not buying up everything. They're buying up things that are going to make sense for them and make sense for their model and their Game Pass model and everything. They're being smart about it, and a lot of and a lot of times I think Sony, when they buy up certain companies or whatever, I feel like they don't really understand. I feel like it's not that they don't understand. I feel like there's times where they're like, where it's like, why did you guys buy that company? Like there's times where I'm like, oh, Insomniac lately it's been okay, but there were some game companies out there that I was like, I don't know why you guys bought that one. Like, Insomniac makes sense because they've been making games for Sony for so long. It just makes sense for them to buy them out. Bungie really didn't make sense, only for the simple fact that they're trying to go into that games as a service type of model, which is a growing thing, but it's also being like oversaturated at the same time with a lot of things. So it was a little weird as to why they bought Bungie, but then also Bungie came out and said that they going to make anything exclusive for them. It's that one that's a contract I would like to read, because that would be an interesting one to actually kind of read and go through and see what they actually, why they bought them and things like that. But yeah, I think whatever Xbox is doing, let them do it, man. It's not like it's not like you're losing. you know the 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 bigger companies that you need to worry about, to be honest, is Embracer Group and Tencent.
10 cent.
Those two companies you need to worry about, because they will buy stuff,
And don't
and then
forget
they
about
will.
Saudi Arabia's getting in the game too.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is getting into the game. I mean, South Korea is getting into the game. So it's
Yep.
like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of, it's not going to be like
Comcast is getting in.
get Comcast. I mean, like it's
Oh,
it's
really?
Netflix.
yeah,
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Netflix,
You're right. Yeah.
Netflix, and that's the thing. Like they're all kind of going into this you know this market of gaming, and people are still sitting here saying that you know Microsoft and Xbox is trying to make a monopoly. Do you even understand or even know what the meaning of a monopoly is?
Some of them don't,
Or
I'm
that
sure.
did you know that that's actually illegal here in this country for you to be able to do that? So they're not doing that. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is what's best for them and what's best for the consumer.
Absolutely.
I just
100
want to know,
Go ahead, PK.
how many of these guys run a multi-billion-dollar franchise?
Talk about it.
Exactly.
How
Talk about
many
it.
of these dudes make decisions based on how they're going to fund or budget a multi-billion franchise and how they're going to compete against their competitors? Tell me which one of them do.
Neither one of them.
Because I want to understand something. Why do you care? My whole thing is I never pocket watch. However, I do criticize things that, like, I'm not going to say don't do something, but I will say maybe this is something you should pay attention to. For instance, NVIDIA just released their 4060 Ti. I don't understand this. How
That
can
should
you
have
release?
reversed. That
How
was
can
supposed
you
to reverse.
release? Well, I'm just giving an example. How can you release? This is my criticism. How can you release to the consumer a 4060 Ti that has less cores, less RAM, and performs worse than your 3060 Ti, and yet selling it $100 more? Help me understand that. And no one's buying it. Only one person in Japan stood outside for this damn product. So tell me, that's when I criticize. But I'm not going to tell that Japanese person, hey, don't buy that. That's your prerogative. I'm not going to pocket watch while people talking about, oh, people think they got $1,000 PCs. Well, nobody tells you to pay $1,000 for your PS5 and your PSVR and all this other stuff, right? I'm sure you spent $1,200 on that. now I'm not tripping because that's you. Do you, boo boo? But let me just say this: you have no idea. This man right here on this other end of this mic buys everything, owns everything, double. The only thing I don't have more than one is PlayStation, but I have 2 Switches, 2 VRs, 6 Xboxes, 3 gaming PCs. You don't understand.
Man,
is a gamer.
box.
I have a Steam Deck. I will get an Ally Rogue. When you come talk to me, you don't want to talk to me, okay? I showed them, K-Mega, tell them. I showed them and called out every PlayStation dudes my year of gaming in 2022, and they none of them. And I play on multi-platforms, and can't none of them come close. I had more time on my Switch than they do on their PlayStation, and they only got one platform.
Oof, talk to him. Oh my Lord.
They don't want to talk to a real gamer. A real gamer goes where the game's at. A real gamer ain't gonna complain about, hey, this biz. I mean, come on. Microsoft's gonna buy Activision Blizzard. They wanted to be bought. All right, they entered the agreement. It's not like they forcing them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why do you get so emotional about 2 companies who want to come together? That's just like getting upset because Square is trying to position themselves to get bought.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody saying that. They sold half themselves, half, for $600 million.
Yeah, all their
and then
Western
they sold Tomb Raider, just the IP,
yeah.
to Amazon.
Right.
Look how stupid this is. They could have easily went to Microsoft. Microsoft would have easily gave them $1 billion just for Tomb Raider. You sit there and sold half yourself for NFTs that you still ain't got, and you're trying to position yourself to be sold by Sony.
I wonder if there was some stipulation from Sony because of the deals that they have
It
with
could
Square
have been.
Enix, to where they're like, no, you do not sell those Western properties to Microsoft.
I'm telling you that we all know there's always these ridiculous clauses. To this day, a lot of people in the chat may not know. The reason why crossplay is still somewhat of a niche is because PlayStation charges for crossplay. They're the only platform that do that. They created their own math to charge.
Hold on, but I will push back. I will push back on this. Microsoft during the 360 era were the first ones to push back against crossplay when Microsoft
and I'm not
was
taking
at the
away
top.
from the 360.
So,
We could talk about that all day, but that's not today.
No, that's not
Phil
today.
is the new leader. He wasn't the leader during the 360.
You're right, but I just wanted to be fair on that because people will address
I'm not
that,
gonna,
and I just want to say that.
I'm not going to say that they did not practice or the company doesn't have history. However, leadership is different.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not going to sit here and try to. What I don't want to do is try to associate today with yesterday, kind of like our Harvard king over there doing his math with, old 8th gen Xbox One versus PS4, and somehow apply it to the day. Putting his own numbers in his quantitative. Don't you know that anybody can make that? I don't even understand what this dude was doing because. K-Mega, I tell you, I made one myself. It's not hard. I don't know why he's making it sound like it's difficult to create an analytic model. Anybody can. And he did it the worst. And what's crazy is you could do it better because you understand what needs to go in there.
Aspect, right? Yeah, absolutely. Let me hold on.
Go ahead.
Because I got a couple, and Sir X-Man
you don't want to get behind.
will call me. Matter of fact, let me check my phone because I'm sure Sir X-Man has hit me up. Mega. Okay. Anyway, so he must be working. Anyway, so Sir X-Man in the chat. He said, K-Mega, I want a GRG shirt that says we have the Venomous Viper and Dark Optimus Pony exclusive on GRG. Check out the show on Fridays. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to consider that. And you know what?
I'm surprised he remembered that much.
Stop that. Our resident PlayStation guy on the panel, I think he needs to wear that shirt too. I think I might have to do that. Okay, JD Gamer.
And listen,
because I'm part of Next too, so I'm not exclusive.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with being a PlayStation fan.
And you started on Next first compared to GRG, but that is true. But if bot don't do his show on a consent then you are exclusive. Anyway, no, let's stop that. Okay, JD Gamer, man, thank you so much, man, for the support.
Dumbass topics or something like that. No.
Oh my God, stop that! Leave my boy Xbox 448 alone. Even though I've been doing that podcast for almost going on 9 years. Let's go. Shout out to Xbox 448.
Too long.
Hey man, look, I'm loyal to the soil, bro. That's just how I am. That's how I operate, man. If you are a person that rocks with me, supports me, I'm going to support you. You know what I'm saying? I would, for the people that I started off with or hung out with and did this, if they were loyal, like I'm loyal, then I would still be on their podcast. Obviously, K Mega had reasons to not be on the certain podcast that other people may have sit there and said whatever. I'm not going to get into all those logistics. But anyway, more super chats. JD Gamer, thank you. You said the fake PS expert are the same ones that we're all talking about. They all had monster PCs. Talk that shit. That's facts. None, they say, nope, they say Xbox can't do research, but I digress. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like, what happened to everybody had a gaming PC waiting to get Xbox games? Okay, JD Gamer again, man. Thank you. Says both of these.
Well, they don't play PlayStation games either. So what are we talking about?
The analytics did show that anyway.
I do, but I can't
no. You play games. I don't know, man.
You're one of the 15%.
You're one of the 15%. Anyway, but both of these dudes.
Poor guy. He's by himself.
He said both of these guys, which was talking about the videos that I showed earlier with Colin, and I forget who that other guy is. He was a former Republican strategist, and then he said some wild shit, and then he got booted down to the gaming sector, and now he's Reforge, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
The emotional dude.
Yes, he got too emotional talking about politics, and now he's into the gaming sector. And
does he got a mate? I won't say woman because I don't know what he's into.
I don't know what he's into, but the thing that's cracking up to me is that a lot of places. I will have to say this. I have to throw this messy. I have to throw this mess. Is that a lot of PlayStation stands will be quick to tell you, oh, Xbox guys are for Trump, or they're for this, and they're GOP eccentric. But then yet y'all all support a guy that was all Trump eccentric because he's saying what you like. Shut your mouth. Pay attention to what the people that you listen to. Stop it. Be more cognizant of the shit that you say and you do. Anyway, JD Gamer, both of these dudes have sour grapes because Sony is no longer the big boy in the room. Sony came into the industry doing exactly what Microsoft is doing. Talk those facts, speak it. Let's go. We have another one. JD Gamer, thank you, man. Woo! Appreciate it. He said Sony didn't buy Bungie for any other reason than it was a blocking move. Imagine a world where Microsoft got both ABK and Bungie, not to mention if they got Sega. The game is over. You're absolutely right. And you know what, Dart? And you know what, panel? I want to address this right fast. I'm going to skip my whole points of view and stuff.
Make sure you give me shout out too, K-Maker. I told you that before this week.
PK, you were absolutely right. You did say that. You were 100% right. I did not think about it that way, but now just reading it and now analyzing this the way that it is, it makes 100% factual what you're saying, JD Gamer, because Dark and everybody on the panel, everybody looked at that deal with Bungie like, yo, Sony,
it looks like that. Yeah,
that is 100% why. Because now when you go to the hearings,
that deal's been in place for a long time now. It's been in place for a lot longer before they even decided to do ABK, before Microsoft was doing that. So they've been looking at trying to buy Bungie for a long time.
Right. Okay. No, that part is true.
So it wasn't a spike move, but it seemed like it. because of when it came out.
But I'm talking about the negotiation side, because Sony is usually strong arming the people that they acquire by saying, look, this is going to be exclusive, this is going to be this and that. But Bungie had the leverage by saying, look, we want all our content on everything. That's not the Sony way. And to me,
it's
go
because
ahead, PK.
Bungie is owned by the parent company and not PlayStation.
Right, but
exactly.
but my point is what JD Gamer is saying. It makes sense why Sony would go ahead and agree with that, because of the fact of what we now see from the hearing from what Xbox were going for the studios that they were going after, that they were like, yo, fuck that. Because remember, those documents were from 2019.
Yeah.
So Sony was like, no, we got to go ahead and we got to block this, and then we'll negotiate whatever, and we'll still get our 70-30 split from Microsoft. But there's no way in hell we can let them have Sega and Bungie at the same damn time. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I do agree with what JD Gamer is saying. So let me keep lowering and see if there's any more super chat. No. Okay.
Like it.
Yeah, no. It doesn't look like it. But man, thank you guys so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that, especially going into the into the holidays in the States with the 4th of July and everything, man. Really do appreciate you guys showing support to the channel. So what do you guys think about this? Think about that overall, like, because my last question with this whole ABK deal was going to be this, and this would be an open discussion. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. If you do, please. When this deal comes out, when the judge makes the final decision, if we read it or if we hear it, and who is going to be the stands that scream the loudest? Will it be the Xbox stands or will it be the PlayStation stands? If in the sense of if the Xbox gamers or the Xbox stands doesn't get, if the deal does not go through, the judge decides that deal is not, that she sides with the FTC, or if she sides with Microsoft and let the deal go through and Xbox get ABK, out of which group is going to be the craziest and the most radical? Which group?
If the deal doesn't go through, deal doesn't go through, there will be 0 dick pics sent from the Xbox stands to anyone in the judge's family.
I'm not sending no dick pics to the judge. No.
I would say either way it goes, the PlayStation stands are going to be out here acting the fool.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be
either way.
Either way.
And all I keep saying is hold the line. That's all I keep saying.
Hold the line.
We won, you guys lost. That's what it's gonna be like if that happens.
It's like you don't work for.
Yeah.
Yo, what the?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Lo, who do you think will be the most radical? I mean, I think I already got your answer. So you think it's going to be the PlayStation fans that's going to be the most radical?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's going to be the PlayStation fans. Their behavior in the past has shown us what they're like. They're terrible winners. They're even worse losers.
Oh my God, they're they're the big ass crybabies.
Yeah, so I think if the deal doesn't go through, the Xbox stands at most to be like, well, that sucked. Who else can we buy? And then they'll keep it moving.
Okay.
The PlayStation guys, I mean, I think the exclusive purchases will fall down to like 14% or 13% for a month. Twitter will get more play than the PlayStation.
That is their favorite game.
So
Twitter.
Oh Lord.
That is.
Oh Lord.
Their most used console is their phone. They don't even.
Not the PlayStation gamers. The stands.
That's their high performance PC that they were talking about.
That's the thing that is a 60 frames a second. That's their thing right there. Yes.
I hope whether this deal falls or not, I hope it'll just. I know it's not going to happen, but my wish, as far as the stands are concerned, I hope it'll make the PlayStation stands just focus more on them and not on Xbox.
Oh,
Whichever
they're
way.
bored. They have nothing to play. Those single player titles is a weekend rent. They're
Well,
done after the weekend. That's why they
gonna,
play Twitter.
we're gonna go next to talking about Final Fantasy, and so now, I think you might be on to something, PK.
First off, I want to say I think it's really going to come down to what the reasoning is as to why
it will be the cloud. That would be the only reason why it would be the cloud.
But I think, but that's the thing. It depends on the reasoning, right? So
yeah,
it could go either way. I think if there's not a good enough reasoning behind it, then Xbox gamers might be a little bit more
the Xbox
mad
gamers
about
will
it.
go after the judge and the FTC.
Yeah,
but they ain't gonna go after the PlayStation or whatever. I mean, there will be some that will get outrageous because listen, let's not try to paint this picture as saying that Xbox stands out there are the cream of the crop or the salt of the earth. No, there's some scummy ones out there, but yeah. But they will go after the government and after Linda Khan, and they'll say some stupid shit like they did in the beginning, and call and then call like Linda Khan and then maybe some Democrats some ponies and shit like that. Like, and I'm just like, do not do that dumb shit because for real. They don't even know what that terminology means.
What that means, yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, you're meant to this. This is why we didn't. This is why we rejected the deal. But that's where I think that's where the line will be drawn. I mean, of course, that there will be some PlayStation stands that will provoke it and have fun with it.
For sure, dude.
But
we got you. Kind of shit.
There's no question in my mind that the PlayStation community, the PlayStation stands will be, if they get what they want or if they don't, will be the most loud, the most critical because they're already doing it. That was the reason why I was showing those clips because they're already projecting.
If Xbox actually wins. Oh man,
they're already doing it.
K Mega has a sock account that he poses as a PlayStation stand. I'm throwing that out there. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Bro,
the mask came off.
Oh my God, there's too many people already making speculations other than the fact, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well K Mega ain't never played Halo, never beat a Halo game until Halo 5 dropped.
I was surprised that you said that you played 20 hours of that Ascent game or whatever you.
Oh my God! Okay, listen. If that's the case, you need to be. You know what? Let me let you know this.
Plays games.
I know, right? Like, and there was a narrative that K Mega didn't play any games.
I know. That was the wild one.
That was the wild one, right? Like K Mega don't play no games, and so like I'm like, okay.
He switched to PS because of the Christmas skin.
Right. Because of the Christmas skin. K Mega and never played any Halos or K Mega never beat any Halos until Halo 5 because obviously people went through my account and showed it, and I'm like, okay, the PlayStation
I wish they would
3
go through my account.
The PlayStation 3 hack. That was a lie. K Mega was lying about that. He never got hacked. He never, even though millions of people got hacked. Regardless, okay, whatever. And then what else?
I didn't because I wasn't on PlayStation.
Right. Was when I start, that's the one reason why I did not. I was such a late adopter in getting on Xbox Live is because I was over here trusting PlayStation because I was still a PlayStation first fan. But again, anyway, regardless,
you were a pony. It's fine.
I was a pony. I was
I got My Little Pony.
I was galloping. Yeah, I was. I ain't no lie about it. But you know what I'm saying. But now I've seen the light. I've seen the green
that was
light.
Back when K Mega actually had hair. So
you're right. And then my homeboy Deuce, shout out to him. Rest in peace, my brother Deuce. He sit there and he cut the hair off and said, "Bro, you holding on to something that ain't there no more, bro. Like I don't even know why we going to the club with your shit like that. He came from Atlanta.
It was just a little patch.
Like he said, bro, you got patches in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that natural curly hair. Them girls would play with my natural curly hair, and they were like, "Oh, your hair's so cute." And I would think I keep it there, right? But I didn't know I had the patches. And he's like, "Bro, them things." He said, "No." So you know what I'm saying? Like, can't make a ball. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. Let's go. Anyway, and I just kept it that way.
Have an intervention.
I'm right. I had an intervention. My homeboy saved me from going out here getting because if I went to the club at this time, I would be on TikTok or on Twitter or somewhere getting shamed. You know what I'm saying? So hell with that. No. I'll just be bald, baby. Let's go. But I personally feel like, the PlayStation community is going to be in an uproar either way. So it is what it is. Let me read another super chat. I believe that's from our boy.
You got
from,
like 4 of them, dude.
Jesus, did I? Okay, all right, hold on. I got to keep up now. Okay, that was JD Gamer that said that, and then here we go to JD Gamer again. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. He said if Microsoft had gotten both Bungie and ABK, it would have effectively.
There's one before that. He had another one before that.
Oh, was that okay? I was wondering. Okay. I'm looking at this now. JD Gamer, he said, let's address that Sony was trying to buy Bungie before the ABK deal. Well, so was Microsoft, and everyone heard that no one was willing to pay what they wanted. Listen to that. And then he goes,
that was true.
Well, it's the same thing with ABK. They definitely were going. They were shopping themselves around to everybody, and Sony didn't want to buy them. So
no, Sony wasn't like, no, that's too expensive. And besides, Sony
couldn't afford ABK.
Well, I'm not going to go into this Sir X-Man saying that they, bankrupt like that. But I will say that Sony already had them. But listen. But Sony had them.
I mean, you can't buy a company that's worth equal amount as your company. I mean,
that is true, because that's a true vertical merger, or would that be looked at as an enhanced merger?
They would somehow have to get a loan from someone else and make deals.
Well, they're worth like 110 billion or something like that, or 115 billion.
At the time, they were only worth 70 billion.
Right, and at the time they were only worth 70. They were way less than ABK.
But also Microsoft got ABK at a deal because it was at 116 billion, and then they went to 69. They agreed to 69 billion. So that's crazy.
At a discount.
Yeah, they got them at a discount. Okay, so let me go ahead and continue to read this. JD Gamer, he said, if Microsoft has gotten both Bungie and ABK, it would have effectively made PlayStation irrelevant in the first-person shooter market. Think about it. Doom, Quake, Destiny, Halo, COD. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's crazy. JD Gamer again, he said, imagine all your favorite shooters in Game Pass, favorite sports in Game Pass, Rare back, so platformers in Game Pass, Remedy bought, so third person action. Woo. And then Sir X-Man, he said, if Xbox wins, ponies are going to storm Congress. Facts. No, they're not. They're not going to do an
January 6th situation again.
Listen. This is the real reality about PlayStation.
They're going to gallop up to the steps.
No. The reality about PlayStation stands. Most of them that comes out there to try to be hard and be gangster, they're not. There's a few that I might look at them and like, oh yeah, I see that you about them streets. You know what I'm saying? I get you that. But 98% of them, listen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a thug, you know what I'm saying? Never try to claim it, never try to be it, but I've lived a life.
Can I call out one? Can I just call out one, please?
Sure, please.
Mr. Dreamcast guy, would you please go to the dentist? I'm tired of your teeth waving at me in the wind. I am so tired of you wearing that dirty ass hat. Please go get you a PlayStation hat. Change your name to PlayStation guy.
Some insurance. He does have.
Hey, listen, that man looks like Jim Ryan's son because both of them got the same kind of teeth, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Stop that. Well, just stop that. Let's not do that. Let's not get overly messy. But the Dreamcast
I am joking, guys.
Dreamcast guy does have enough revenue and support to where he should be taking care of the business on a lot of issues. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
I was just saying, don't smile no more, bro. His teeth go to the left.
I'm just talking about them thugs out there, them wannabe thugs. Listen, you can't be a gaming nerd. You can't be a gaming enthusiast or expert. You can't be an anime expert and enthusiast and you can't be a thug all at the same goddamn time. It just doesn't work that way. Something has to give. You can do all three. So that if you like a little anime, a little hentai,
you know, there's gonna be somebody in the comments that's gonna be like, "Yeah, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can."
No, you cannot go to no. Trust me, as a gamer who was hanging around with a lot of gangsters and shit when I was coming up, and I would talk about Final Fantasy or I'll talk about Tekken. If I didn't talk about Madden or now Tekken, I can get away with. But if I can't talk about Madden, if I ain't talking about NBA Live, if I ain't talking about Mortal Kombat or fighting games. And if I try to bring up Final Fantasy or if I try to bring up Crash Bandicoot, talk about that game is fun, bro, they would want to fight me. They were like, no, bro, that's some B-ish. No, man, that's some other-ish. No, bro, no. So you can't come out here and talk about Bleach and know every episode of what's going on in Bleach or Naruto or Demon Slayer and then talking and then show pictures of the Demon Slayer sister and talk about how hot she is and then talk about you a thug. It ain't working that way in these streets. Bro, these streets ain't happening. Not in America. Maybe in Africa. Maybe
it's so wild when you see that stuff.
Streets, bro. It ain't happening. So when these people over here showing you anime and showing you
no, it's the same thing in Africa, dude. I don't know about Europe, but in Africa, it's the same.
Yeah. No, you can't do all that. You can't. If you a thug, if you about that business, if you about that work, then you will talk about. If you talk about games, it's got to be Call of Duty. It got to be the casual shit. Madden, 2K,
I thought thugs
like that.
went away after Tupac, man. They're not thugs no more.
Well, these so-called gangsters in the gaming sector, no, you're done. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And especially...
I mean, most of them are pushing 40, 50, man. So, like...
I'm 40,
why you still trying to fight dudes?
Bro, I'll move your ass, cuz. Now, bro, what? I got a wife, kids. You see me? I got comic books in the back. Bro, I ain't trying to... Listen to me, man. Listen. What I was doing in my youth is gone. I was blessed. Thank you, God, for letting my ignorant ass get through the shit that I got through. But I'd be damned if I sit here and try to talk hard. Like, yo, you see right here? You see right here? Yo, it's GRG. Bro, I'm throwing upset, son. Yo, man. Yo, hey, I'm about that shit. I'm about that. Yo,
well, that's the thing. I've seen. That's the thing. I've seen it on both sides, though.
Bro,
too,
I know. It's embarrassing.
Especially like Xbox. I've known a lot of Xbox dudes to pull out their guns and stuff, and
I have seen it. It's embarrassing, bro. Like Zaire. I'm like, bro. And when I was talking with Next Gen and shit like that, I'm like, bro, what is going on here? And he would laugh about it and stuff, and we would laugh about it because it was ignorant. And then I know that K-Mega, that Tim Dog, that Zaire. Bro, you're rolling down and you're going to White Castle and you're showing a gun. What are you doing? And you're rolling in Missouri. I know exactly where that White
rolling
Castle
through
is.
Missouri.
So man, the cops pull you over, your black ass is shot dead. What are you doing? And you're over here talking about Zaire. Stop that shit. Stop it. Man. Stop it. Stop trying to be a thug, a gamer, and a music executive, and a movie producer, and all that.
Those are the ones that I love. Those are the ones that I love.
Why are you trying to break people's dreams, bro?
Bro, they gotta stop it. They gotta stop it.
When they
dreaming big, man. You gotta encourage.
Hey, Microsoft told you to power your dreams, okay?
Bro, no,
I love it. I love it when they start going.
We're still waiting for greatness. And we believe in generations. So we're gonna wait for greatness, and we're gonna believe in generations.
Bro, I love it.
Power our dreams.
I love it when they start talking about film, because I'm just like, you have
exactly, bro. I know nothing about films. That's why when they say they talk about it, like that sucked. I had a good time watching it. But again, I don't know the ins and outs of it. That's why I ask you or ask somebody else that maybe knows something about it. But I don't care. I just want to be entertained. And that's just how anything. But it amazed me because like the last thing, and you know, like I don't like throwing names out there, but I guess tonight is the night of names. Like when King Thrash made a video about me and he was throwing the N-word all over the place. Oh, you got that? You N-word? Oh, you hear this? Yeah, I want to. Stop it. You're 5'5" and maybe about 230. Maybe about 280.
Sound?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're about 5'5", about 280.
Mega does he does everybody impressions. Boy, I tell you.
Bro, and you're about 5'5", about 280, and you act like that? Bro, you was just buying a dollar menu when you sit there and you bro, stop it. You're not no thug. You're not. If you listen to me. I understand. I read it. I know it. I lived it. And listen, it ain't nothing. Even the people that I sit there and I ran with. You know what I'm saying? If they're not dead or in jail or if they're out here, we're all old men now. And there's some that still kind of want to represent it. They look like fools still trying to do it. Are you kidding me? The last time I went to a club.
Mega, I sent you a video of the what you were just talking about. Use this.
Oh, the last time I went to the club, I sit there and this was a couple of years ago. I went to the club with the homies and stuff before I was getting married and stuff. And so they was like, man, we gonna take you. And I ran into a couple of the old little homies from back in the day. And they was like, oh man, this is the OG, man. He sit there, man, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at him like, man, would you stop that? I don't want to be known for nothing like that, bro. My childhood should never be coming up about as being important. I don't ever want to be acknowledged for ignorant shit that I've done in my youth. Yeah, I'm a grown ass man. I want to raise my kids properly. I want you to raise your kids properly. Man, bro, you're 30, you're in your 30s and you're still talking about this? And you're talking about, oh yeah, man, this is OG. I ain't nothing. I don't want to be nothing. I just want to be an old man playing video games, living my life, thanking God that I'm still alive. And so all these impersonations and all these people that try to act hard like they're trying to be this and they're trying to be that, trust me, bro. It ain't about that. It really ain't about that. I'm about video gaming. I'm about that. That's it. I ain't caring about any of that shit. This shit it's funny when I see it, but it's embarrassing overall because the sad thing about it is that there's a lot of my brothers and sisters that do that shit and it's embarrassing. We have to be looking and trying to find better and try to seek better. I'd rather be a nerd than be a thug. I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you because a lot of thugs that I knew, they were broke. So anyway, okay, let's keep it moving. I just had to just make my little point of view on that one. They broke. They broke. Yo, if you was a real OG, you don't talk. So when all these people do all this talking, they ain't making no money. They ain't doing that. They ain't swinging that way. Trust that. Anybody that's real, that knows the real shit, everybody, hustlers move in silence. The people that yap the most, they ain't getting shit. They just want to get recognized. All right. Let's keep it moving. It's Final Fantasy. Dark, I want to start off with you on this one because I mean, I don't know who else playing Final Fantasy 16 on the panel. I just don't. Right? Yeah, except for you. It sold 3 million copies. That is very good. There's nothing to sneeze at about that. I'm happy that
210 million.
Yeah, 300. Yeah.
Just by $70 alone.
Yeah, right. So, congrats on that. I'm still not going to support the game because of my reasoning. It is what it is. I'm not telling anybody not to go get the game. Every time I see gameplay, I look at it, I'm like, damn, I would love to be playing this. But you know what? You shouldn't have opened your mouth.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it doesn't even look that great to me. It just looked like he copied Devil May Cry.
No, that part is true, but it still looks great for what it looks like. Like when I'm seeing that they're fighting like some like a harpy lady, and the graphics within her design, and then all that, I'm like, that is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game. What is her name?
Garuda.
Well, yeah, it looks amazing. Like that is a game that's in my wheelhouse. I would play it because I'm a fan of Final Fantasy. I want to play every Final Fantasy game that comes out. Doesn't matter where the platform is. It's like what you said, PK. I chase the games. It's not so much.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just don't think this one. I think this one's a forgettable game, and
Well,
I play.
that's where we're going. That's where we're going to go. That's why I'm going to go to dark on this. But go ahead, say what you got to say, and then I'm going to go to
No,
dark.
no, I didn't mean to cut him off. I was
Okay.
just trying to comment on it. Go ahead.
Okay. So my point on this is that is that the 3 million, that's great. Nobody's going to try to take that away from Final Fantasy 16. But does the exclusivity hurts? It's starting to show that it hurts Final Fantasy overall, because this is another Final Fantasy that is dropped to a tier down, that's dropped another tier lower than its predecessors. I mean, the Final Fantasy remake sold 3.5 million in that same amount of time. This is 500,000 less. So is it that the appeal might be a little bit different, or is it that the exclusivity is hurting this game? And then talk about the game itself. I know you talked about it before, but you've got way more time into this game now. So go ahead, Dark. Let us know. Preach to us.
I don't think it's the exclusivity itself, personally, because Final Fantasy VII Remake was exclusive to PlayStation, so at the time of when it released. So I don't think it's so much the exclusivity. I think it's more of people just being like, this isn't Final Fantasy. It
Okay.
doesn't feel like Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
It doesn't look like Final Fantasy, So there's a lot of that. Even though I'm enjoying the game, there are a lot of things in it that aren't Final Fantasy, right? Like the combat aside, like, yes, it looks like Devil May Cry, but there's a lot of things that go into a Final Fantasy game that we expect as fans that aren't in this game. Like, having elemental stuff that go, how fire, like, like how fire takes care of certain types of elements in Final Fantasy, or water.
Basically like materia, right?
Materia, right, exactly. There's none of that in there. There's no, like, really, like, upgrading of there's upgrading of weapons and stuff, but, like, you can't, like, add, like, certain types of materia to that weapon or anything like that. There's nothing like that.
Can't control your party either, right?
Right. There's no
Oh,
party
really?
controlling at all. There's you can kind of control, quote unquote, control Torgal. Torgal, which is the dog from the game. Torgal.
Okay.
Which you can kind of control him a little bit. It's just one up or down on the D-pad for him. And then, there's a lot of, like, stuff that's like open world part of Final Fantasy that makes Final Fantasy what it isn't there, of course. Fahim's like, stop complaining. I'm not complaining.
No. Let Fahim hear this work. Hear it.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know what my experience has been. So,
right.
I'm actually enjoying the game. I love the game. I think it's fun, but it's definitely not. It's not Final Fantasy, in terms of, it's Final Fantasy in story. It's Final Fantasy, I think, in character development, but in terms of combat, it's very much Devil May Cry mixed with a little bit of Final Fantasy in there, a little bit, and then you got the structuring of, like, a Tales game, like Tales of Arise, Tales of Berseria.
I love Tales. I love those Tales games. I do. I really enjoy
the
them.
Tales games are amazing.
Are amazing.
People should play them more.
Yeah.
Well, actually, with Arise, people actually.
Arise was my favorite game of that year.
Yeah, Arise.
It was really good. Yeah, it was damn good. I love Vesperia, but I want to beat Arise on the PC, so I waited till I got the PC version, and I'm ready to get in on that at certain point.
I'm glad when Arise came out, everybody got to experience what I've been experiencing.
Really good. Really good.
on those types of games. So
Mhm.
that was awesome.
I 100% that on Xbox and PC.
Nice.
Word. Good deal.
Nice. And then, and then you got, things about this game where it's like it kind of like there's a lot of things going on in it that makes it seem like at points where you're like, what is going on? And then of course, they have a cool system where you can pull up like a fact checker kind of thing, and
Mhm.
it's got like it's like a web, web graph, kind of thing, where it pulls up and you can click on the character. If you don't know who they are, you can read about the character or whatever, which is nice to have. But I think, if they're trying to get new people into this game, a lot of people aren't going to do that. A lot of people aren't going to, look into this and do that. So there's things that I wish that they would have steered clear of, and things that they, you know, were actually doing good on. Honestly, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is a much better game, to be honest, and I think that's the
Facts.
direction that they need to go in if they're gonna do like that action type of, you know, Final
Because they
Fantasy.
did it right in that game.
Right, exactly, and it
Okay,
was
so let
it
me
was almost flawless.
let me. Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you on
go
your
ahead, man.
point.
No,
I
no,
just
go
want.
ahead, man.
I would just ask because Final Fantasy 15 is still the right now at this point. There's still plenty of opportunity for Final Fantasy 16 to overthrow it. But Final Fantasy 15 still is the best-selling Final Fantasy game to date from when it released to this point. Do you think that the combat in Final Fantasy 15 is sufficient? Like, I mean, I agree with you that Final Fantasy Remake is damn good, but I thought that Final Fantasy 15's combat was perfect for what it
Good.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it
what
was
you
good.
think.
It was good combat.
Okay.
I like that game. I know that game gets a lot of flack for what it was because
I
of
don't know
the
either. I
time.
like the boy
I
band.
don't understand why
Just because
it
of the
does.
ending.
Right. It's because
It's
of
the
the
same
ending.
reason we didn't like 10 is because the ending.
No,
That's
I
true.
love 10. 10 is my favorite Final Fantasy.
10's
So
a
no.
really good one too.
Yeah, 10 is my favorite.
Personally,
But
12
they just
my
took the
favorite.
same battle system for 15 and upgraded it for 7. That's
Right,
basically what they did.
no. I got you. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought Final Fantasy 15 because I haven't played 16, so I don't know
Yeah.
how, because 15, I thought the system was perfect. If you wanted to kind of step out of the true turn-based system, but make it still like that, then it's perfect.
They definitely got completely out of the turn-based system.
Okay, yeah, from what I've seen from gameplay.
Completely.
Yeah. Okay.
At the beginning is a little bit button mashy, but once you start getting the abilities and stuff like that, you're able to kind of like, you know, hit other buttons besides just the one button, or whatever. But yeah, I think as from the 3 million standpoint, I think that's good.
Oh, no, that's real good.
It's really good. But at the same time, I think about it like, what would this game do if it was on Xbox or on PC? Would this game sell more well, apparently it's only a 6 month exclusive to PlayStation, so that means probably more than likely that game's gonna be PC. Probably like
Well,
a couple months.
here's the thing: Digital Foundry said that it'll run better if it was also developed on Xbox Series S.
They did say that.
I'm not sure if that's true or not.
I don't know about S, but yeah, definitely X.
True or not?
Definitely
No, they
X.
said S. They said S.
I don't necessarily agree with that because
agree with that either. I will say if they said X, I would 100% agree, but not S.
The way that this game is how it runs on the PlayStation 5, it runs really well. If you go to the 60 FPS mode, absolutely not. But if you run it on that 30 FPS with the graphics and everything, you're not really.
I think it's because PlayStation doesn't really run 1440
right
games,
It's
but the S does.
right.
So
That makes sense. Thank you, PK. That's logical. That's a logical point.
But isn't the PlayStation version 1440 with a reconstructed?
No, it's 720.
No.
Oh, it's
No,
720. Oh,
no.
yeah.
Right. That's the problem is they can't do that resolution out that frame rate. That's the problem.
Right.
No,
That's the issue.
It's 1080p upscaled to 1440.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the same thing with their.
Well, that's the 60 frame per
4K
second mode that is
the 4K
720, right?
Right. No,
Okay.
the
It's 1080 then upscaled. You know,
right.
like
It's 1080p upscaled.
but they can't do a native 2K. That they just never could.
Okay, I'm
Right.
going to
And
shut
that's-
up and stop
They
it
can't
and
even
let
do
you
it.
talk about it because you played the game. I'm not going
I'm
to sit there
sorry.
and keep asking
I ain't trying to
questions.
jump in. I was just
Right,
trying to
right,
answer
right.
the
Okay.
technical question.
No, you're fine,
They
PK.
can't.
Y'all two can.
No, you're
yeah,
good.
but
You're
I'm
good.
just asking the question because I'm.
No, you're good,
so, okay, I just
No,
want to be
you're
fair
good.
about the game. Right.
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
And they can't upscale. They can't do native 4K either. It's upscaled from 1440p. So,
Okay.
which is weird. I don't know how they can do 1440p 30, but they can't do 1440p 60. I don't get into the technical things. I don't know. I'm not.
It's the Luminous engine. That's why.
I don't think this one's Luminous. I don't think this.
Yes,
one
it is.
Is it Luminous?
It is Luminous. Yeah, because think
and
about
that's
it.
why and that's why Final
wonder if
Fantasy
it's
7 works better because it's on Unreal.
Yeah, no wonder 7 looks better, like in terms of just graphically. Like
And on the
looks
PS4, 7 was at 30 frames locked until it
Yeah.
went to the PS5.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that game looked phenomenal on the PS5. So
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. It looks amazing on the motherfucking PC.
I got it. I bought it 3 times: PS4, Epic, and Steam, and 100% it 3 times.
Excellent. I haven't even beat it yet. but
I was showing you guys. I put Master Chief in it. I had Master Chief in it.
Oh,
I put
so you got mods in it and everything. So they got mods in it for it already?
Of course.
Oh,
that's
of
what
course.
makes it great.
Okay. Well, we'll get to you. We'll get to you, PK. But go ahead. Go ahead, Dark.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can only imagine what it would have been like if it was multi-platform type of game. You know, it probably would have sold a lot more, been a lot. You know, I don't know if it would have sold more after the fact though, because I think there was gonna be people that were gonna be like, this isn't Final Fantasy, and you're seeing it from the PlayStation side. This isn't Final Fantasy, you know.
Oh, Curious saying that it's not Luminous, it's Crystal.
That's what I told you it wasn't Luminous.
He did tell you that. He did tell
Okay,
you that.
fine.
Right.
I stand corrected.
Bro, we keep what we kill here. Don't let Dark do that to you again. You better just investigate first. We keep what we kill here around here on GRG. Don't let Dark do you like that again. Come on now.
Crematoria.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick. That's right.
Right. Chronicles of Riddick. We keep what we kill here.
But I think in the end, this game, like PK said, I think will be undershadowed by a lot of things. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, yeah, there will be those ones who are like, oh, this is my game of the year. But I think with what we've had this year, I said it even on my live stream. I don't think that this game is gonna get the game of the
nomination.
Year nomination, yeah.
You mean the PlayStation Awards? I got you.
Right, PlayStation.
Oh wow! Stop that! Stop being messy.
The only reason why I think it would is only because it's a PlayStation quote unquote exclusive or whatever.
Right.
Exactly.
Of course it would.
So okay, all right. So last question to you, Dark, on this one, and then you know what I'm saying, because I know Ham don't give a damn about Final Fantasy because he doesn't
goddamn
like
right.
He doesn't like the Final, but I just want to hear his voice because I know he ain't. But I know he's been doing like a million podcasts today, and I know Low Kid's been too. So anyway, I just wanted to hear their voices.
No, I've been quiet just because of this Final
I was
Fantasy
excited
thing.
for
As
Final
soon as you
Fantasy.
guys said Final Fantasy, I just because I made sure my City Skylines was on full screen mode.
Oh my
He
god.
cut his camera off and everything. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I said I ejectocito, cuz right there. And I hit the button on myself. I went and sat in the seat and I was like, yo, Tyrese, hit the button, bro. Let me out of this motherfucker.
That brother sit there and did, man, I got to get my sound effects back. Anyway, okay, so last question to you, Dark, and then we'll just see if anybody else want to talk about Final Fantasy. Do you think that this game is this game has the potential, stop it, Viper, to be game of the year? Come on now, you gotta say it. Don't say it. You gotta say it.
I think. Well, I was chewing on something. I didn't want to.
Okay. He's shaking his head like no, but okay. Give us an explanation why.
I think it'll be in the running, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But it won't. I don't think it'll garner that title of Game of the Year. There was just too much stuff. There's just too much stuff. Just too much stuff came out this year, and there's still stuff coming. This year is a wild year. This is like probably one of the best years we've had in a long time gaming. Like,
I agree.
This has been an amazing year. I mean, so much stuff, and we're still getting stuff. I'm like, there's even when Nintendo did their direct, I was like, stop. Don't do any more. We don't need any more games, man.
That's right.
And then they just kept on coming and kept on coming and kept games. And I was just like, man, this is way too much. So
the Annapurna showcase also happened this past week, just in case.
Annapurna
just in case.
happened. Which
really?
Which
was that? I didn't get to catch that
which
part.
Stray is coming to Xbox, just so you know.
Right.
To Xbox
I'm not playing it. I don't care.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna play that game.
I don't have no interest.
I think honestly, I think you would actually like it. I think you would enjoy it. To be honest,
I wonder if I would enjoy Stray. Really?
Honestly, I think you should try it.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. Since you said that,
I wonder if it would have been in the running for Game of the Year if it came out multi-plat.
Well, it did. I have it on Steam, and it'll
well,
took me 3 hours
I mean,
to
if
beat
it came out like on
no, he's
Xbox
talking about 16. He's talking about 16.
Day one.
Yeah.
No,
would 16 be Game of the Year if it was multi? Oh, probably
no.
not.
I'm talking about Stray.
Oh, Stray.
I'm talking about Stray. If last year, if it would have came out on Xbox,
no,
PlayStation, and PC, I wonder if it would have still been at the awards like that.
No, it would not have. But the question I was going to ask the panel here, because I know a lot, I haven't played Final Fantasy 16. And I think so, but I want to hear what you guys think. I think that Final Fantasy 16 would have been received highly well if that game was multi-plat, because of the fact that it's not 100% turn-based. It's more like Devil May Cry in the combat. What do you guys think?
Press X to
so.
doubt. Devil May Cry 5 was great. It didn't
Devil May
track
Cry
to
was
nominate.
Outstanding. Don't say great.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Well, was it a nominee? No. Final Fantasy. First off,
it didn't come out. It didn't come out in the right time. It came out later. That's why it didn't get nominated.
No, it didn't. It came out in the beginning of the year.
It came out in September or something.
No,
I thought it came out before that.
It came out like February, March.
Ejectocito, cuz.
No, I thought it came out. Well, then you know what? Again, this is why the Keeley Awards is
the PlayStation Awards.
Whatever the case, man, it's trash because after me, go ahead. I'm sorry, because you staying up late in Wakanda, Texas. But go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Everyone knows I'm not in the U.S. Don't be.
Devil May Cry came out March 8th.
Okay, so no excuses. Elden Ring came out somewhere around there. Anyway, first off, I was excited for Final Fantasy 16. I was really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Let me correct it. Final Fantasy racist. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that.
My bad.
Bring it from the
I'm
motherland
sleepy.
for us.
What is it? It's 5 in the morning, my time. So my bad. Final
Okay.
Fantasy
We
Racing.
got
I
about
was
another 30 minutes. So if you can hold on for
Yeah.
another 30 minutes and then we'll get out of here.
I was super excited for that game, and until uh, the disingenuous explanation was given for no black people. I wouldn't I wouldn't have a problem if there was exactly 0 black people in the game. No problem at all.
Facts.
But when they asked you why,
Mm.
bro, all you had to say was this was a creative choice that we decided to take it this way. No problem.
Yes.
Why'd you have to go and say that it's more realistic to have dragons, magic, ogres, etc. than black people? Why?
Yeah, he shouldn't have said
Anyway,
anything.
I'm getting off the point.
Black people is lesser than ogres and chocobos. Okay, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Bro,
Amiibos.
bro. Boys, did you say amiibos?
Amiibos, the little white squishy things. with the
Oh
red
man,
noses.
yeah,
Okay.
all of it. Yeah, black folk don't.
Moving
don't matter. Okay.
Moving on. I was super psyched for this game. A lot of people, after the whole racist thing came out, a lot of people pretending like they didn't care. I do
Right.
care.
I care.
I miffed about it. I would have gotten the game. For everyone that's enjoying it, I don't brand you anything, because when I don't get games, it's because of me, for my principle in this
Yes.
situation. Even if everyone in gaming bought it,
Well, I got
I
it for
wouldn't
free,
buy it,
so.
and it would be fine.
Right.
Damn. All right.
Got it for
Anyways,
free.
yeah, I was psyched for it. It didn't came out. It didn't work out. Sorry, and I hope lessons were learned, and we can move on from this with
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
Oh yeah,
17.
no doubt. Right.
Also, as far as the Keeley Awards are concerned, yes, of course, Final Fantasy will be a Game of the Year nominee, and no matter how many copies Starfield sells, no matter how much it trends on Twitter, on Facebook, it does not matter what Starfield does. No Xbox game is going to win Game of the Year. That's all.
Oh, you know what? That's a discussion for another day. I
Not
love
on the
that.
PlayStation Awards. We gotta have an Xbox
No,
Awards.
no. I don't know. We're gonna have a discussion on that.
That's
but it
gonna
ain't
be
gonna.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
It depends on how well Starfield does, and then
Right.
when it comes out.
So, besides Psychonauts 2, has there ever been an Xbox game that has been nominated for Game of the Year on the Jeff Keighley Award?
Well, I mean, Xbox hasn't really shown anything since past 2016.
Are you kidding me?
To be warranted.
What's
to be...
Hi-Fi Rush?
No. Listen what I'm saying. That's this year.
Hi-Fi Rush is not a Game of the Year contender. Come on.
It should be. Shut your damn mouth. Yes, it is. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Me and him.
I don't get it.
You need to go to sleep, bro.
Okay. Hold on.
Hi-Fi Rush is not going to make it on the list. I'm sorry.
It will make it. Will. I think
it shouldn't either.
Oh, okay.
It should.
Okay, this is another discussion.
When me and Ham agree on something, you know you're wrong.
No.
Well, me and Ham don't always agree on things, but that doesn't mean he's right.
Right.
It don't mean you're right either, bro.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm telling you with.
This is a discussion later.
For the love of God.
Later.
Hey, Mega.
Later.
How the hell? I just don't understand
Bro,
it.
I know, it's okay.
Make it make sense.
Okay. I get you. Because we've had this discussion as well, Ham, and I feel that this is a discussion that needs to have its time. We don't have enough time to sit there and keep talking about it because I don't want to have a 4-hour podcast. I mean, Loke is here, PK is here. PK will fall asleep. Loke will fall
I'm
asleep.
hyped for this.
Okay.
Hyped for this. Hi-Fi Rush Game of the Year. Let's do this, bro. We can go till 8 in the morning. Let me go get some Monster Energy. Let's go, dog. Let's go.
Okay. Fuck it. Okay, so I will do one more topic, and then we're going to go to that point because I do love this discussion.
Let me just say what I want to say about Final Fantasy. Listen,
yes, please.
I said this before this man came out here and ran his mouth and showed his butt.
Okay.
The game looked forgettable.
Yeah.
We don't even know the name of the main
Wow,
character.
did you say it looked forgettable? I'm not going to go
Yes.
that far.
Yes.
Let me just say this.
What,
When
did
you
you say
play,
Final Fantasy 16?
yes.
Okay.
Whenever you play a Final Fantasy game, it's all about the overarching, fantasy of the game. So when you play, let's say, remake, you start out feeling like a badass because the whole first intro just grabs you. And you want to know who the hell this man is and what is he doing, even if you never played the original. I'm telling you, that's how all Final Fantasy start out. Even 15 had a gangster intro. You wanted to know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
That's not 16. You can care less who this the main character in 16 is forgettable. Nobody even knows his name. Every PlayStation dude I ask, what's the character main name? I don't know. I just like the fight scenes. That's all you remember?
Well, his name is Clive, but
okay. Yeah. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. It's not one of those that have those. The whole point of Final Fantasy is they have those.
He got a point because I do know Cloud and I do know Titus.
Those set pieces that are so mesmerizing and memorable. That's the first thing you think of whenever someone mentions, I don't care which one it is. And it don't exist. You don't care about the cast because you basically don't have one. You're by yourself for the most part. And the cast that is there, there's no real interactions that make you give a damn about the world for real. It feels hollow. It feels like a cash grab game. It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. I play all these damn games, and I 100% love the action. I don't give a damn about the story because all I care about the action. And let's just be real. The action, the story makes no difference because they don't make sense. But we don't care about that, right? We just like Bayonetta because of how stylish she is and what she does in her poses. And then we love Devil May Cry because he's always sticking his sword into something. And of course his brother. They always got to ask his brother now because he's cool as shit. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Final Fantasy 16 is just as hollow as his 14 game. Nobody can tell me what the main character of his 14 is because there is none. The whole point is it's just an ongoing cash grab. And think about this. This dude don't care about us.
It's just a game filled with beautiful set pieces. That's really
and then you forget about it once it's over. I have not yet seen anybody who wanted to run through it on New Game Plus and be like, yeah, I want to experience this again. Nah, they got their share of it, and I'm done. You know what I mean?
Well, PK, I will acknowledge that because this is why I don't block PlayStation gamers, even if they come after me for something that I say that they don't like. It's because I'm a sponge. I want to absorb what they feel.
But you are a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah, and I am a PlayStation gamer as well, but I know that because of my bias before what the developer said about the game, I am not going to support it. But I want the game to succeed because I love Final Fantasy. But hold on, let me finish. Okay. But what I have seen and read from a lot, and this isn't just 1, 2, 3, from a lot of PlayStation gamers, when I look into their feeds, they all agree that this game, and then Dark said the same thing, that this game is one of those games that they'll get through and they're done, or that they're already tired of it already because it just doesn't hold the mystique as they thought that it would have. And so I'm agreeing with you, but that's what he's saying.
That's exactly.
This game is like, you know how when you play the old Final Fantasies and you're like, man, I can't wait to get back to it and play it.
Right.
This isn't like that at all. Like, at least I never felt like I was all like, I'm
right.
Damn, you
you're
guys
not
really
invested.
taking a piss right now.
You're not invested. Like you talking to a dude that played through 7 remake 12 times, who owns it 3 times.
12 times.
And And all I'm saying is
Wait,
that
12 times.
Oh, did
That's
you say?
right.
Did you say Final Fantasy remake 12 times?
12 times.
Damn it! Did you beat
Lord
it?
have
Did you? You said you beat it 12 times, or you owned it? Like, what did you just say?
No, I own it
He
3
went.
and beat it 12 times.
Oh, god damn, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
I
Now,
haven't beat it yet. I haven't beat it yet, but I do
you,
own.
anybody
I
can
do
pull
own
my
it.
my profile. You can
Yeah.
see. I'm not
Yeah,
making
no,
none of this.
no.
Well,
Shout out to you.
But
Shout out to you.
I don't know. Is that your favorite game or something?
Hold on, relax, Cam, because I know you don't like Final Fantasy. Hold on.
I'm just asking.
Listen,
I'm just asking a question.
this game,
Is that your favorite game?
this game, it
Uh-huh.
impresses so much on a lot of different
On
set
PC,
pieces.
God damn it
It
does. I will
it
say that.
grabs you because of how the characters interact and how and the badass moments they
I
put
didn't
you
ask
in.
you to describe
And
this,
then-
bro. I asked you if it was
shit.
your favorite
And-
game
and
or not.
What I'm
You ain't
getting
gotta sell
at,
me on it. I ain't gonna like it.
I know that's why I'm not gonna waste my
12
energy.
times.
I'm just
So,
asking you if it's your favorite game. Like what? Like
It's
it's a yes or no question.
hang on. Every game I play is my favorite game. All right,
Okay,
let's
Vampire
talk about it.
Survivors
Let's talk about it.
is my
This
favorite.
this
Yeah.
man ought to work for
Right.
the FTC because he
Oh,
is just
that-
dodging.
Bro, David Lee is impressed right now.
This is great.
Hey,
This is
hey, look,
fantastic.
go to sleep, man.
12 times?
Go to sleep,
Oh,
brother.
man.
Bro, I was falling asleep. Then you said 12 times. Did you
I
hydrate
know.
in between?
I
Did
know,
you
brother.
hydrate?
Hey, listen.
God damn.
I know. Ain't that impressive? Don't you wish you can be me?
It's very impressive, and I'm
Yo.
not tripping. I'm just asking you if it's your favorite game. I mean,
Dude,
So I play
that's
a lot of
crazy.
games. I play a lot of games multiple times. I bought Vampire Survivors twice, 100% it both on Steam and Xbox. Any game that I enjoy,
Okay.
yes, I might double dip. I own. We just talked about
I
Tales. I
double
own that
dip, but I
twice.
ain't double tripping buying.
That's
yeah,
me.
Yeah. No,
Like I
that's
said,
you.
I don't pocket watch.
That's you. That's you. And nobody should.
I don't think
listen,
anybody
I
here
get
is
it.
pocket watching or anything.
No,
I just
no.
was asking.
You're
You know,
right.
I
I'm
mean, if you
time
had
watching
me-
right now. I'm
Bro, I
time
mean,
watching.
if you
12
had-
times?
All I'm
said
trying to
double
say
Bro.
is I'm trying to attribute to where I think that this game falls flat. It really
Okay.
does not capture the same emotional weight that a typical Final Fantasy would.
Okay. And I've heard that
Well, it
from a
doesn't.
lot of
Well,
Final Fantasy
especially in
fans.
the beginning. In the beginning, it doesn't grab you like the other Final Fantasies have. You
Right.
know, like 10, 12. You know, all these other ones that have come before it. It hasn't. It doesn't. It doesn't get you invested in it right away.
Right.
Like it takes some time for you to just be like, oh, okay, this is some shit right here, you know, and then
Cutscene after cutscene.
yeah, and then you get to the actual real stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, this is good, but you don't have that grabbingness of it from the beginning.
Okay. Now I was going to talk about the Nintendo console, but we'll talk about that next week. I don't know. I'm finna take a little summer break here coming up here, and especially when I go on vacation to go to Cozumel. I don't know when I'm coming back. I might not be back. I don't know. I might be grabbed by Puma or something. I don't know, because I'm finna go into them Inca mountains and then see them Inca
Mayan temples.
Yeah, those Mayan temples and stuff. I don't know if I'll be
really?
able to come back. I don't know if K-Mega will come back. But the fact of it is, I might come back as a god, or I might not come back. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't wait. What's
Probably
coming?
gonna run into some cannibals or something, probably.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. That's racist, but that's okay.
He's gonna-
That's okay.
No, it's not. It's not. That's my
Hey,
people. I can be that way.
K-Mega's gonna be a
know.
virgin sacrifice.
Oh man, they're gonna get the sweetest blood
I
that
have.
they've ever
I
had.
have.
So they're gonna come back and take. You know what I'm saying? That K-Mega blood is gonna be sweet nectar. They might take over the world. So anyway, no. But no, so we'll get to the Nintendo console. But I do want to touch on this briefly because I don't think this is a really long discussion. But everybody's talking about the Game of the Year stuff. I'm ready for it as well. So I just want to ask you guys this question. Okay. So Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be dropping on. Well, no, it's dropping on PC on the 3rd, and it's dropping at the same time as Starfield. Don't get it.
No,
it's dropping on the 3rd and the 6th.
It's dropping on the 3rd on PC in August, and then dropping on the 6th for PlayStation 5.
On PlayStation.
In September.
In
September.
Yeah. The way you said it, it made it sound like it's dropping on the 6th on Starfield when not.
It is.
It is.
Not
Starfield
is. It is on PlayStation 5, yes, but on PC, where it's originally going to be probably the best optimized, it's going to be on the 3rd.
On the 3rd, I said the 3rd. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I know, but it made it sound like it was all dropped on.
No. I was saying like Baldur's Gate's going to be dropping on the 3rd of August on PC, and it's going to be dropping on PlayStation 5 on the 6th, the same day that Starfield released on PlayStation 5. It's got 174 hours of cutscenes. The game's gameplay is not what a lot of people is going to anticipate, but on PC, Baldur's Gate is no joke. It is the real deal on PC. It is the real damn deal. What I wanted to ask this question, because I thought it was very interesting. Which game, Baldur's Gate or Diablo 4, will have the longest tenure out of both of those games going forward? Because I feel
fair.
How is it enough? Baldur's Gate on PC is a monster.
It's unfair because I don't think because both games are on PC and console, right?
Right. Well, but Diablo's already out.
Diablo's already out.
Yeah,
but I don't think people are going to gravitate towards Baldur's Gate 3 as much as Diablo is on console.
Okay, on console, but PC is going to be the determining factor because there's more PCs than there's consoles.
PC, it'll be a different story.
Right.
When it comes to console, it is more going to be Diablo than Baldur's Gate because I don't.
That's
think
why I'm saying which one? Okay, but which of the two will have the longest longevity? Because Baldur's Gate is going to have. You think Baldur's Gate will?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Especially in that PC realm, that's going to be their game. That's going to be their game.
Over Diablo.
In the console realm, it's going to be Diablo.
Okay, that's fair. I can dig that. Anybody else on the panel, do you want to address that? Which game do you think will have the longevity going forward between Baldur's Gate 3 and Diablo 4?
I think Diablo 4 will get the longevity because they made it for casuals, so the casuals will be in it much longer. And then
my casual ass going to jump in here after we get off the show.
And then you have the hardcore that know about Baldur's Gate, that they live Baldur's Gate. But then again, here's the thing: you're gonna see people, the people in Diablo 4, they're gonna drop off because Diablo 4 is already out. Okay, Baldur's Gate, they're gonna jump into that. Now, let's just say if the gameplay mechanics and the story is not all that good. Just
the gameplay mechanics on what's called, I'm gonna tell you this right now, on Baldur's Gate is not going to be as satisfying.
They're completely different.
I told Ham last night. I told Ham and Matt last night what Baldur's Gate was going to play like because they were both excited for the game. And
no, cut the cap, Mega. I'm gonna have to cut you off right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna cut you off right now. I was not excited for this game.
I'm gonna start recording your motherfucking
cap,
ass.
Mega. I was not excited for this game at all.
Okay, but Matt was
not. No, he wasn't. Matt wasn't excited for it either. No, he wasn't.
Man, put your punk ass on camera so I can go ahead and dust you right now. Suck
Facts. I will.
Let's go. What you talking about?
I will.
No better.
Yes, I will. Absolutely. Matt was not excited for this game. You are capping right now, sir.
Okay. Well, explain to me if I'm capping.
Like, he's
Oh,
mad, man.
okay. I will explain it. He said that he thought it was absolutely nuts that it had over 170 some hours or whatever of gameplay mixed with
next week.
Mixed with
Cutscene.
Cutscenes.
What was it called? Cutscenes and stuff like
sir.
that.
Yes.
He thought that was nuts.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was a turn-based game.
Yeah.
I knew it was a turn-based game, and I told you flat out that I wasn't interested in it.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's the point that I'm
Okay,
trying to
Megan,
make.
that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying now, sir. Gotcha. Continue.
Whoa, hold on. I sit there and I told this is my point.
You just said me and Matt were excited for the game. That's cap. We were not.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me explain this. This is the conversation that we was having. We were sitting there talking about. I said, "Oh man, did y'all know that there was 100?" And I don't know who was the first one to bring it up. It was Matt, me. It was Matt or me, right? About the 174 hours of cutscenes for that game, right? And then I said, oh, well, you do know that this game is not going to play like Final Fantasy 16 or something like that, or like even Diablo.
It plays more like Divinity.
I said to them, and hopefully Ham will sit there and tell the goddamn truth. And I said,
I'll tell the truth once you do it.
Yeah, like Gears Tactics, like Gears Tactics. So you're gonna lie? So you're gonna motherfucking lie and say that I didn't say that?
that you didn't say what, sir? What did you say? Let me hear some clarity.
Are you gonna lie and say that I didn't say? Oh well, no. The game is going
Slow
to
down. Your mic can't catch up with you.
Oh, you got me hot right now because you over bullshit. Okay, hold on. Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Ladies and gentlemen, get these shirts. All right, so I said that the game was going to be on. I said the game was going to play like Gears Tactics, and I said like Gears Tactics, or maybe somewhere on the realm of Halo Wars. And you both,
no, it's
correct.
Not like
you did say that. Correct. You did say
that. Yeah, but no, I told them that, right? Because it definitely
we were not excited about it,
right? And you guys were not excited about it when I said that.
At no point we were excited about it.
Y'all sounded like y'all was excited about it, though.
Oh, okay. Now we sound. See, man, you should work for the FTC too. You and PK, y'all got a job.
Oh, man.
God damn.
I'll make sure that Xbox ain't getting goddamn ABK. I'll make it work.
I think K Mega needs to start working for Sony or something.
Sony, you need me to sit there and get this shit right. Xbox ain't ever getting any games anymore. I'm gonna make it right. So anyway, go ahead. No, but that's the point that I was trying to make, because when I explained it to those brothers last night, was that like, look, this game is not going to be exactly like Diablo. So I think it was PK that said,
like Diablo,
right? Like when I said that it's going to be
except the isometric.
Right. Like no. I mean, the game looks beautiful, because I also said like the environments or the biomes or whatever you call it, like the levels or whatever, they look really beautiful. The game looks really good and polished. It's going to be a killer on PC, so that's why I'm knowing that the game is going to have a good, strong standing. But for me, is that that's why I was saying to Ham and them, was like, hold on, wait a minute. I did mention this, and you guys didn't know that this game was going to be turn-based like that, because that's the first thing that I said.
What?
Yes.
Literally just told you that I knew it was turn-based, and
I'm actually the one.
I'm actually the one that told Matt it was turn-based, and he was like, "What?" And then K Mega, you're like, "Yeah, it is turn-based. You didn't know?" And I was like,
remember that.
"We were both." I don't know what. I don't know what kind of mushrooms you were on last night, K Mega.
This is the most.
But bro, you were higher than
this
guy
this week. This is the most alert
this is
that I've heard this week.
This is reminiscent of next podcast when he said that I begged to be on this podcast.
You
said I begged to be on GRG, which never happened ever.
Begged.
Well, no,
You
got on
you
because of
DM'd me and
affirmative
you're like, bro, can you come on to GRG and be full time? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
No.
Yes, you did.
I said
I have. I will post that shit on Twitter right now,
post
dude.
Post that shit on Twitter right now. Post it.
What?
Post that shit.
I'm about to
something else right
you.
now.
Post that shit. Post that shit.
K is
because
standing for something else.
because I've definitely asked Dark. I said, do you want to come on? Because of course, if I was going to be short, Then I was like, okay, cool, come on through. But then this is what he says. I love being on GRG. It's so fun. I'm having a great
Oh my
time.
God! Don't nobody talk like that.
They do.
Why you acting like a Dreamcast guy? What's going on here?
We do our shout outs.
You are so full of it right now. You are so full of it right now. You are so full of it right now.
Because he says it every show. I love being on here. I have a great time. I'm having a blast. Let it be. Let it be.
Yeah. That's a fact.
This is what he said. He said, "You still jobless to hop on GRG?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be there."
Oh wow!
I'll be there. He said, "Cool."
Okay.
And then he later on asked me, "Hey, are you free to be on GRG full time?" I'm all like, "Yes."
Hey, so that's fine. That's a K-Mega comment.
Oh my God.
Get out of here.
I will agree to those terms. But this sucker said, hey, Dark, man.
No, I didn't say it like that. Get out of here. I did not say it like that. No, I did not say. I said, get out of here. No. I did not say that.
Now, I did tell Ham, I was like, when people just kind of left, and I was like, holy shit, where'd everybody go? And I was like, yo, Ham, can you come through? And he was like, yeah, I'll come through. And he was like, hey, man, if you want me to come on full time. And I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I will never lie about what goes on with anything. If anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, there's too many receipts out here, and
you won't lie, but you'll cap. You'll cap.
No,
like he's doing now.
No,
yeah, like he's doing right now. He's capping.
K-Mega, he's dragging you.
They call you Cap Mega.
Hold on. Listen, hey,
Mega Cap.
Please, hey, the
Mega
evidence.
Cap.
I'm Mega FTC. Hey, could you please read the text again, Dark, of what I asked you on that when you said, please explain the evidence. Yeah, please.
You said, hey, you still jobless?
Yeah, listen to that. The man
you still jobless to hop on GRT, and I said I'll be there. And then later you said, hey, would it be cool if you were on full time? And I was like, yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like I will admit that. Yeah, I'm like shit. I want to have that diversity.
Yeah, but so last night you said on Next you said no. He came and begged me to be on GRG full time, and then I was licking your boots and everything like that, licking your titty milk and shit.
The man
so nasty.
Let me put this camera down. Let me put this camera down to these man tits right
No one needs
to
see that.
What is wrong with you guys?
Pull that shit out.
You want to see that?
Nobody got time for that.
Let's go. All right. Okay. So, does anybody else have anything to say about the Baldur's Gate thing? I don't think anybody really would care. I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, go ahead, please.
I do have something to say about the whole Jesus Christ, man. I almost forgot what I wanted to say. Jeez, be decent here, man. What is wrong with you?
Oh, man. Hey, I'm a damn fool, man. People just don't know it. I'm a damn fool. Or maybe people do know it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know. I've been around you for long enough to know.
Everybody knows I'm a damn fool. I like having fun, man. Let's do it.
Okay, Baldur's Gate. Definitely Diablo will outlast Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Not because it's a better game, but I blame TikTok and social media in general. Baldur's Gate is a game that is unapologetically a proper RPG, and it demands your attention. Okay, we're not talking playing the game while you're perusing the menus or watching something on the left or listen. No, Baldur's Gate needs your 100% attention.
And there's multiple endings, multiple things going on in the game.
Right. Yeah.
And decision making actually matters. Etc. Etc. So that's why Diablo is going to outlast it. Second, Baldur's Gate is not going to do well in terms of numbers when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because what the hell, Starfield? What are you doing?
every game that's coming out after Starfield, what are you even doing? Everyone should just postpone their games to 2024.
So you
as
think
soon as
Starfield is
is
going to
announced.
have that type of longevity even
Yes.
into the next, even
Yes.
until the end of the year?
Yes.
Starfield
No,
is going to
because-
have that longevity into the next console, dude.
No.
What are
Yes.
we talking about?
Yes, I agree.
Wow.
I'm telling
I
you,
agree.
This isn't a Skyrim. This isn't a Fallout. This is.
I think
Okay,
you're capping
sure.
when you say that, sir.
It is better than
No,
Skyrim.
I'm talking about Dark Optimus.
Oh,
What are
okay.
you, what are you
Oh,
talking about?
oh.
What are you talking about?
Didn't he just say that it's not a Skyrim?
Yeah, it's not a Skyrim. It's not a Fallout.
All right, time out.
Okay.
Time out. Hold on a
All
quick
right.
second.
Same
Oh.
Get his
detail,
ass.
but it's different.
No. I just want to know. I just want to know who in this panel has ever thought of, man, I would love to have no cuffs and be able to travel anywhere in the freaking galaxy that I possibly can. Do the unimaginative and figure out things that I wouldn't even expect. This game has been
I
worked
just don't
on
think it's gonna have that
for
longevity,
what,
man.
10 plus years, but even longer it's been thought upon. So, in my opinion, this game, and I could be out of my mind saying this, but I'm thinking that this game could possibly be more popular than Skyrim.
Okay. Okay.
I understand
Okay.
that Skyrim is the majestic thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many Elder Scrolls did it take for Skyrim to become the most majestic thing? It took several, right?
Yeah.
Skyrim is
Four. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
Each
true.
one got better and better and better. This one's taking on a whole different category of types of gamers, which I think it's actually more than previously. I don't think a lot of people can connect with people way back in the freaking middle or like Stone Ages and whatever, or like Middle Earth times or whatever, stuff like that. But I think a lot of people have wished at some point in their life that they could be an astronaut.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's not a kid that didn't want to go into space.
So this game is allowing you to do that and do that however you want to do it. The only thing I think, in my opinion, that maybe might take this game down a notch is that it's and take this how you want, but it's not available on PlayStation as well. So that might slow it down out of the gate. But 5-10 years, imagine the modding around it. Imagine all the updates around it. I mean, I think this game could be. I mean, look how long people have been dreaming about Star Citizen. Bethesda just beat them to the punch. That's something serious to take in consideration because Star Citizen is still crowdfunded right now.
Because the game's not out yet, so they haven't done it yet.
Right. That's legit.
So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I can be totally talking out of my ass right now. I probably am.
No.
But I tell you what, man.
You was talking out your ass when you was talking about when we had our conversation.
No, okay, Megan. You were talking out of your ass.
That was it. That's why I was like, get your ass on this camera so I can go ahead and cook you.
I think we already
didn't cook anything though. I'm still coming at you raw, son.
Hey, I'm sorry. You got an anime shirt, but you
better relax.
Calm your ass down.
You better relax, sir.
Take that goddamn anime shirt on, put on all black, and then come at me.
I'm gonna tell you to know your role. You know the rest.
Bro, you better calm the hell down. You know what I'm saying? Light skin on light skin. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm okay.
Okay, two things.
Go ahead.
Two things real quick. So much talking out of asses, it's getting stinky out here. And second, Ham Solo,
Ham Solo, I'm assuming this is where your point was going when you're talking about
Yes,
Elder
sir.
Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, everything that was learnt from all the other Elder Scrolls game was being put into this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not the creation engine,
It is.
which is something
It
I've been
is, I
bitching
thought.
about for years. No, it's not. Starfield's not.
Starfield isn't
creation.
in the creation engine too.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
I thought it was.
It is.
No.
It is in creation.
I'm pretty
engine
sure
too.
Starfield's in creation engine too.
Yeah,
Yep,
I thought
Creation
so.
Engine 2.
no.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch that.
So it's gonna
Starfield's
be a
okay.
flop. It's gonna be a
okay.
flop.
That
It's
man's
gonna be
tired.
okay.
Oh shit.
It's just gonna be okay.
All right.
Man,
all
I
right.
am
no,
knocking
listen,
those
listen,
down
listen,
tonight.
Besides the
Man,
creation
all right,
engine,
so-
gonna be
listen,
okay.
besides the creation engine, it's still going to be marvelous. People are going to be
Okay.
talking about this game
Okay.
into the next gen. If you
Uh-huh.
hate Xbox, rest in peace.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I know that we're pressing for time, so let's just jump to this last point. I was trying to hold on to this. I know we're going to talk about this going forward, but it is fun. Let's talk about like what we were talking about earlier, because our boy Loic said he was in for it. I want to know from you guys what games right now, okay, for what we know that are dropping from Starfield on up. Or even for what all we know, like from if you want to say that Avatar, Pandora, Assassin's Creed, whatever, Spider-Man, what games are going to be in the Game of the Year category? Y'all say that High Five Rush is not going to be there. It was just like what I've explained
Well, Spider-Man
earlier.
won't be there
Okay, that's fine. But
because the cutoff is like what, October 15th or something?
no. You know,
No,
Jeff,
November.
you know Jeff Keighley is going to make sure Spider-Man
Oh, is it
is
Supposed
there.
to be
It's
November
November
8th.
Yeah.
But remember
You
last
know-
year God of War came out.
Spider-Man will be
Right. You know
So
that
it don't make no
Spider-Man is
sense.
going to be there. Yeah. They're gonna make sure that Spider-Man is going to be in there in some capacity. But what I'm trying to say is going to all the games of the year, not anything else, but games of the year. You do remember, gentlemen, that there's always some indie representation into the Game of the Year slot.
Which is
Always.
silly.
Well, that could be silly or not. What indie?
But you're right. You're right.
But what indie out there or smaller title that's going to get into that fold over High Five Rush? That's what the question is. So let's go. Let's have this battle. I am all for it. Because what do you think that is going to be the games of the year? Because there's what, like six slots? What games are going to be out?
I don't
And
know, there
what
might
games are
more
going to be
slots
in?
this year.
Well, I would hope that there would be more slots, but let's just go off of the model of what they've been going for. 6 slots. There's always a smaller title there. I say that High Five Rush is in that slot because there is not an indie out yet that's fucking with High Five Rush right now. What do you guys think? Let's go. Let's talk about it to end the show tonight.
All right. I
You
guess
got
I'll go
silent real
first because
quick.
everybody else is sounding a
They
little
sound real
nervous. So
scared. They sound,
No, I was trying to- I was trying to-
High Five Rush is not an indie
Listen,
game.
listen. Hey, man,
I'm trying to
come
think of
on,
what
let's go.
indie
High
game
Five
has come
Rush
out.
is not an indie game.
it
It's
is
not, but it's a
It's
smaller
not an
title.
indie.
But it's not an indie, but it's a smaller title. What
Well, then,
game
Yes.
is going to
but then Hi-Fi
yeah.
Rush won't be in there. Then it'll be an indie title.
Well, I don't
It's
know
not
that.
an indie title.
But I don't know. We don't know that. Like High Five Rush was so highly rated.
That's
It's a
right.
smaller
Yeah.
title, yes, but
Yeah.
it's
It
not.
was. You're right.
I think that slot is usually saved for an indie game.
What
That
indies
slot
are
that you're
came
talking
out?
about?
But I'm kind of with K Mega here because
Yeah.
remember last year, Stray was in there.
Yeah.
Stray
Exactly.
Had no
technically is
business.
an indie.
Stray's an indie title though.
Tech-
Had no business being
It's
in there.
not really. It's made by Annapurna. This is not a tiny little indie dev.
Mm-hmm.
Annapurna is gigantic.
They
They just had
still
their
consider
own
themselves
shit.
indie.
Okay, so all right.
Okay, so
let me
we're
give-
going by budgets. Like, I
But
mean, yeah.
Microsoft consider themselves a mom and pop if they want, but that's not what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me
So
give you give you guys the
it's fair game.
games that are coming out this year or that have already released.
Okay.
So you've got Super Mario Brothers Wonder,
Okay.
you've got Marvel Spider-Man 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon,
That's not going nowhere.
Starfield,
That's not going to even be nominated for anything.
Starfield,
Unfortunately.
Pikmin 4,
Okay.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
That's going to be one to
That'll
watch out
probably be
for.
the one that goes into that indie slot.
You're right. That could be one.
Final Fantasy 16,
There you go.
Diablo 4,
Mm-hmm.
Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Dead Island 2, Resident Evil 4, Dead Space Remake, and Hi-Fi Rush. And don't forget Fire Emblem Engage.
Hogwarts Legacy, you didn't mention.
And
that.
Hogwarts Legacy. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know about Hogwarts Legacy. They might not.
I think Hogwarts
They
Legacy
might not want to
will get-
touch.
No,
They might not
well,
want to touch that.
That's too controversial.
No,
Yeah,
I
that
think
might
that
be a
they
little too
will.
controversial.
But because
You
we
think so?
said the same thing about all the controversy that was coming behind The Last of Us, and that won Game of the Year. I think
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. K-Mega, The Last of Us Part 2 was on the side that is for the PR.
Right.
Whereas
Mhm.
Hogwarts Legacy is on the wrong side. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the wrong side. I also don't think it's on the right side. I'm not picking sides. I'm not picking sides. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
IGN spinning.
Hogwarts
Let's go.
Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy. Yo, we all got jobs. We all got bills.
on the
Hey,
line.
get that check, brother. I ain't tripping.
If
Go
people
ahead.
can ignore racism in Final Fantasy 16, then what the hell are we talking about?
I don't think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be nominated.
Everyone, listen,
For Game of the Year.
PK, everyone is equal, but some people are more equal than most.
Right.
You
Take
mean
that
mean
how you
some
will.
people-
No, dude, let's not explore this. Let us not explore this. The point is,
Right.
is Hogwarts Legacy could sell 30 million by the end of the year. It ain't making it. All right, and we all understand why. We've all made peace with it. Let's move on.
Yes.
Me personally, from all that list that Viper just mentioned, Hi-Fi Rush is definitely the choice to go with.
Thank you.
Definitely. The Silk
Thank you.
Song is a sequel, and it's a 2D side scroller. Everyone knows I hate 2D games, so in my opinion, Hi-Fi Rush has to be a nominee.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
That's why I
That's
think Silk Song will be nominated.
Hyper Rush is the best.
It's the best though.
100%.
And it's a smaller
It's so
smaller
perfect.
title. It's not
Such
it
a
was
perfect game.
it was the most complete game that dropped. It was a smaller title. It's classified anywhere from an indie to a AA title. So therefore it can be classified as almost as an indie.
I think it's a double A.
But it's
Yes,
not an independent developed game.
Right. It's not an independent game, but then yet like
It's a
but
smaller
neither-
title,
but
but
neither
it's
is-
still fantastic.
Right, but neither is the game that we were just talking about that coming from Acupuncture.
Listen,
Puncture, or
they'll
whatever,
do
whatever
something
name
like
is.
put Forspoken in Game of the Year, okay? That's what they'll do.
No, they won't. And
No,
and
they
listen,
won't. They
and
won't do
listen,
that.
I think that people need to give a
PlayStation
big
was.
apology to Forspoken. It does take a long time for you to
Forspoken?
start actually. No, it won't. It won't. But I will say this: people need to start giving an apology to Forspoken, because once you get into that game,
Listen, they need to
that
give an
combat is
apology
some of the
for.
best combat that I've ever played in any type of
They need to
RPG.
give an apology for Hi-Fi Rush and stop calling it a PS2 game, because that game is phenomenal.
No, High
Never
Five
mind.
Rush is phenomenal. Is phenomenal.
Forgotten will get nominated before Hi-Fi Rush. I'm with PK.
Oh no, fuck no. High Five Rush is gonna get a nomination somewhere.
They will
Somewhere.
wait. The DLC for Horizon Forgotten West
Redfall ain't
before
getting nominated for shit, dude. Get out of here.
Listen. Horizon Forbidden West is 0-3. They don't get. They're done. That's in. They're cooked. They're cooked. And I don't know if we'll see a Horizon 3. We might see a online MMO version of Horizon, but I don't think we'll see Horizon again in the capacity of what we're seeing right now. Horizon Forbidden West.
What is he talking about? The DLC for Horizon?
No. I think that from what the rumors of what they were trying to do back in 2019, where they were looking to try to do a online MMO version of Horizon will be the future of Horizon. They know that's not a candidate for Game of the Year. It just isn't there. It just isn't there.
I don't know. They need to fix their boring structure of characters.
Right. She's just not. I mean, I like Aloy. I think she's cool, but everybody else around Aloy,
the people around her plus like the mission structures are kind of it's not very good.
Right.
But gameplay wise, it's fun. Yeah.
I don't know. Gameplay is absolutely
Rush
fantastic.
It's just one of those games that forever, man. It was just a complete game. It wasn't buggy. It was awesome from beginning to the end. 100%. And set in his own lane.
Half-Life Rush is much more spectacular than a lot of people want to give it credit for, and I don't know why.
I just feel like when it comes down to the voting and stuff, people are gonna forget about it.
I
have a feeling. Not us, not us gamers. I'm talking about
the Xbox
media.
title.
The media is
if
gonna
it
forget
gets forgotten, then it's because it's an Xbox title, and that is unfucking fortunate. But
all right, I'm gonna hop in real quick.
Yeah. This
just got a few things done in City Skies, you know.
Oh shit!
Just wanted to get a few things done real quick before I spoke.
Mayor Ham Solo on the line.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not discounting Hi-Fi Rush because of the quality.
Okay,
it has nothing to do with it. I think it's a fantastic game. I played it, beat it, and I still got it downloaded on my PC.
Yep, same.
It's a great game. Reason why it ain't winning, like I said, has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with how busy this year is.
Yeah, probably.
In my opinion,
I'm not saying it's winning Game of the Year.
Timeout. Okay. I'm not. I'm saying it's not in the lineup of the 6.
Okay.
And I'm saying if it was 2022, it would be in there. If it was 2021, it'd be in there. If it was 2020, it'd be in there. But this year, we've all acknowledged that this is something special. I think if you brought It Takes Two to this year, it ain't making it.
Nope.
I would agree.
So with that thought process, I'm just saying I don't see Hi-Fi Rush outdoing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a game that I'm questioning if it's even gonna make it because of optimization issues. I'm battling with that game making it because of those issues. Hi-Fi Rush doesn't have a chance, in my opinion, to make it in there. If it does, I'm genuinely interested in like kind of wowed.
I'm just saying that it won't because it's an Xbox title, but it should because it is so far the only game that has more perfect scores than any game that has launched this year.
Okay, and then Others Inc. It made a great point. He said Stray was up for Game of the Year. There's no damn excuse why Hi-Fi Rush wouldn't be in the running. Now, nobody is saying that Hi-Fi Rush is going to win. It's a 3-game race between Zelda, if Starfield delivers, and then it's either through Hogwarts, Star Wars, Final Fantasy XVI, or Spider-Man 2. Or Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying, or Assassin's Creed, or any of the games that...
Come on, K-Mega, you just listed like 5 games right there, and you're struggling to shove Hi-Fi Rush somewhere in there.
They always
Like, I'm just
include
saying,
they always include a smaller title. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Hi-Fi
with
Rush
that logic,
is going to win.
with that logic, K-Mega,
Yeah,
with the logic of they always throw something small in there, then I agree with you. But if we are talking about just all-out games that punch and just happen to be big-name titles that everyone's looking out for, sorry. It's just not that, in my opinion. I mean, I can list off like 5 or 6 titles off the top of my head, and I'm probably not even going to tell you. I'm probably not even going to tell you all the big ones. Diablo, Star Wars, Starfield, Spider-Man, Final Fantasy. I already said Hogwarts. Dead Space.
Yeah.
Resident Evil remake.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm past 6. I'm past 6.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Legend of Zelda.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's more.
Zelda, so that's like 9.
No, I didn't even mention Zelda. I didn't even mention it.
So that's 9. Yeah, that's 9.
That's what I'm saying. Hi-Fi Rush has to outdo all of those. It has to outdo nostalgia. It has to outdo sequels. It has to outdo fresh, bigger games from their own platform. Like I told you last year or early this year, K-Mega, if Hi-Fi Rush is the best game on Xbox this year, it's an L. It is. If Starfield can't outdo Hi-Fi Rush, Microsoft, we have a problem. Is that crazy?
No,
that's not crazy. That's not crazy. But what I'm saying though is that, when we had that conversation, it was about because of Redfall's demise, and to me is that when people discredit Hi-Fi Rush because it is a smaller title, and let's just say Starfield is a 88 game as an 88 rating or less, when Hi-Fi Rush I think is rated around the same or higher, that doesn't diminish how good Starfield was, because Starfield is a new IP just like Hi-Fi Rush. The thing to me is that if people knock Starfield is because it's a much bigger game, and people critique because it is going to be buggy in certain areas, and they drop it to, let's say, an 85, right? That just still doesn't diminish that the game is not, that Starfield is a bad game. It still solidifies that it is a very comparable, impressive game. It's just the fact that Starfield did something, that Hi-Fi Rush did something that Starfield didn't, and that come in unblemished. It was a perfect game. We have not played a perfect game in years. There's not been a perfect game dropped, and I don't know how long. It damn sure haven't been dropped in this generation. And if you could look at a game like Hive Busters, which I don't think that there was not too many issues with, but it's still a DLC. It's not a full-fledged game. That's what I was addressing, and that's why I feel that Hi-Fi Rush should at least be nominated into the Game of the Year category, because of where everybody's been complaining about games has been broken. And it doesn't matter what platform they've been on, because it's been third party, it's been Xbox, it's been PlayStation, etc. Hi-Fi Rush has set the mold on how to bring a game out without flaw, that's flawless.
Well, there has been only one time where there's been a perfect game that has come out, and unfortunately, it was the first Resident Evil 4.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
That's the only time that I've seen perfect marks for a game, was when Resident Evil 4 first came out, not the remake.
Yeah, so and listen, I'm listening to Sorry. I'm Truth, and listen, I've been. Let me go to this brother because he's been spitting facts all through here. I got to call his name out here on the show tonight. Damn, where'd he go? Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of people jumping in. They're loving this conversation. I appreciate you guys coming through as we going long tonight. Damn, where is it? Yeah, too long. I agree. R.L. Stein, you know what I'm saying? R.L. Stein has been preaching the gospel as well tonight. So big shout out to you, brother. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? But he said the reason that Indy, let me go to read it now. Sorry, I'm truthful. He said the reason that Indy was nominated is because we never had so many big titles drop in the same year. I don't believe, and so he's agreeing with you, Ham. He says, I don't believe any small game is going to get nominated for Game of the Year. Iron Mike says,
to me, it's just basics. To me, that's just basic.
No. I'm just
unless they decide, oh, we're gonna put in 2 more slots or something like that. Then possibly Hi-Fi Rush would get in there. But even then, it would be tough for it.
And then Iron Mike says,
I'm just saying it's going to be tough for it.
He says, no fucking way Star Wars even should even be mentioned. It's a mid-game getting by brand recognition, just like Hogwarts.
So, no one's buying that. No one's buying that, Iron Mike. You can punch your way out of a bag all you want.
Yeah,
but no one's buying that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like flat out, like,
okay.
I don't remember anybody saying. I remember saying, "Yo, some of the optimization of Star Wars is bad," but I don't remember one person saying this game is shit.
Yep.
Well,
exactly.
I remember people. I remember being
people gave it a 6 out of 10.
I remember people being frustrated at old girl for Harry Potter, but I don't ever remember anybody saying Hogwarts is shit. So like. His whole argument right there, it's just that shit runs like water. It goes, it just goes.
Oh
it's
shit!
Just in and fucking out. I didn't digest any of that shit. It's gone. I swear.
Iron Mike, man, defend your honor, man. We keep what we kill here on GRG. You know that, brother. You've been here many times. You know what I'm saying? Don't let Ham Solo get away with that disrespect. Anyway, my point.
Wait a second, K Mega. I'm letting them get away. What you're letting them get away with calling Star Wars and Hogwarts garbage? Are you cool with that? Do you agree?
No, I do not agree. I do not agree.
Okay, thank you.
I do not agree. I do not agree. I own both games, and for the things I have not gotten really deep into both because I've been playing Forspoken, Redfall, and now Diablo and Street Fighter 6, and then I was playing the Mortal Kombat.
Didn't even mention Street Fighter 6.
Right. Well,
Good luck, Hi-Fi Rush.
Good luck. No, Street Fighter 6 is not.
Mortal Kombat 1.
If there's a disdain hate with the VGAs, they hate racers,
fighting games.
They hate fighting games and sports games.
Fair enough. I'll let that one be redacted.
Yeah. Redact that. They are not
RPGs are the king at VGAs.
Right. Like, well, no, AAA over the shoulder games.
Yeah.
And that's at the VGAs.
Hey, but we're not talking about winning.
Street Fighter 6 is a fantastic, and I mean fantastic fighter. One of the best fighters ever made. The VAs will bullshit it and put it in a category with a sports game and a racer, and it will make me sick to my stomach.
And you know what's going to win that category? It's probably going to be Forza.
It'll probably be Forza Motorsport, and I will be highly pissed because Capcom has made it. And listen.
What a dumb category.
What a absolutely awful, disgusting, pathetic. We rather have some people like, I don't know, these listen, I don't mean no disrespect to these people that get out there and make their money by being creative. I'm not content creators, but being
journalists.
No, not journalists, but these people that make their money off of the Evo stuff, off of tournaments and things like that. Esports. They're great. They're wonderful. But stop that. That is absolutely disgusting to me. As a that has played in tournaments and has not got represented. I played in tournaments all through my gaming career, from when I started from playing fighting games, playing sports games, going to all different types of tournaments all over, not only in my state, but going into regional. I mean, I ain't go to California or New York or anything like that, but being regional and going to out of state and playing Madden and playing this and doing my due diligence and working and not getting any recognition, and I'm paying my own dollar. But then you're gonna sit there and gonna put these people out here on the forefront. Respectfully, I'm not trying to say that these people are not good and shouldn't be recognized, but to take their category and then cram in a category of what developers are doing with sports games, fighting games, and racers, and clamp them all together and say, well, who's the best sports game is so
It's insanely disrespectful
to them. Because what you're doing, if the facts were the facts on how you criteria games, Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K would always be in the running for Game of the Year, because they are the biggest and best sellers out of all these games. And FIFA are the best sellers out of all these games, out of all these single player games that you jock. It's a goddamn travesty. And if you don't, and if you put the mighty Tekken, and they will, into a category with a racer and a
that's insane. It's literally insane.
You are trash. And it's Street Fighter. And shout out to Capcom for making one of the best fighters that I've ever played in my life out there available for us. You will put that in, clamp that into that, to try to put it in a throwaway trash bin category. You are trash for that. So I only watch it for the entertainment value.
I mean,
I honestly do.
Street Fighter single player should probably be in the trash, but you know.
Well, but they've never done this before.
Yeah,
and so for them to put this into a Yakuza style, I find that to be exciting, because that's the expansion of the fighting world, and I feel that they should do that.
They could definitely expand on it. There are a lot of things that are missing from it that are very much Yakuza.
Yeah, there's never been a fighting game except for Tekken that's even going that route.
It's a good start.
What Ham has talked about, what he loves with Tekken is I forgot what it's called, but you know, like they had like something to that degree where you had
Tekken Force.
Yeah, Tekken Force. Like that's what Street Fighter is doing, is taking Tekken Force with World Tour and put it in on crack, because it's mostly like Yakuza, but it's not as enhanced as what you would play with the Yakuza. So it's a great start to adding to
Mega, I'm scared right now, because I think when it goes on sale, I might end up picking up Street Fighter.
You got to.
I'm scared right now, because and the thing is I haven't had a Street Fighter game since it was a cartridge.
You will love it.
Ooh.
You will love it, because even Dark will tell you, because he's not a fighter fan. If you play,
I've watched Dark play several times.
Yeah.
I watched Dark play earlier this week in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep. Like his stream was over, but I just went in to watch, and he was talking about, you know, Xbox like PlayStation fans like to do, and
I mean, he's not wrong, because I did say some stuff about Xbox, but that's pretty good.
Right.
but I was watching him play, and just being able to run around is super interesting to me. Picking fights with random people, listening to Loke say that he's beating up on grandmas to level up. I think it's just hilarious.
It's great. Oh, Loke.
He's like, I haven't got out of the first area.
Loke, listen to you, Loke.
I'm almost on level 50.
Bro, you're past me? I'm a level 27. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay. That is amazing. That is amazing.
And I have something even worse to say.
Say it.
Not only am I on level 43, but I haven't left the starting area. All I do is beat up, like Ham said, beat up on grandmas.
Oh, bro, I see kids, I see grandmas, I don't care what you are. You level 2,
the
you get this work. Yeah, you
Yes,
getting this work.
yes.
You getting this work.
I was
You getting
watching
this
Dark
work.
do some weird mini games. One of them was like he was like cutting the top off of bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, yo, like that's one of the reasons I really liked Street Fighter when I was young. I used to absolutely love in the very first Mortal Kombat game, you had to tap the buttons as fast as you can and then strike and try to cut all the like the wood or something like that.
To your might.
All of just I'm one of those weird guys that like I like a game, but I love it if they have mini games added to it.
Yeah.
Like for Halo.
World Tour
For Halo, I
does it.
love the community thing. I loved Action Sack almost more than I liked the regular Slayer stuff. Tekken, I love Tekken Force almost more than I liked the regular Tekken. I liked fucking beach volleyball and Dead or Alive. Like I like it when games make themselves just have
Open.
more.
Yeah,
just
have
open up, and you can do more than just one thing with the same character.
Right.
I think it's just really cool.
No. That's one of the things that I do enjoy about Street Fighter 6. Yeah, we are going to hit 4 hours, but we'll be done right here in about 15 minutes. But I just
3 super chats.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to read them, but I that's the thing about this year and about the fighting community is that like and listen, there are a lot of people that are not going to like Mortal Kombat 1. But Mortal Kombat 1 has a lot of dope shit. And we haven't played, and we only played with 3 characters. So like the opportunity and Mortal Kombat is going to be the best selling fighter in the beginning. And I feel that Tekken and Street Fighter will overlap them at the end because of what they add going forward. While Tekken will probably be while Tekken will probably be, as usual, the one game that will last the test of time because Tekken is just that special and Tekken is going to be that different. And if Tekken offers the same type of things that Street Fighter is offering in the sense of, this is the beautiful thing about fighting, about the fighting with the big 3 and going forward is that Mortal Kombat is going to offer you the best story package that you've ever seen. Street Fighter is offering you the best overall experience right now. Tekken is going to offer you the best fighting competitive, best fighting competitive experience, plus whatever modes that they're going to add to that. And I feel that they're going to step up their story mode. And the fighting competitive scene with Tekken is going to outlast Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. That's why Tekken is one of the GOATs that overall. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
In terms of just technical depth,
right?
There's nothing that beats Tekken.
There's nothing that beats Tekken. Nothing except for Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter. If there's a new Virtual Fighter that's going to drop, I say that Tekken is if there's a daddy, it is Virtual Fighter. And if there's a son, it's Tekken. Virtual Fighter is the daddy. But the problem is that Virtual Fighter has never got the formula of what Tekken presents. And that's why I hope that when Sega does drop Virtual Fighter again, they'll look and see what all of these great big fighters from Smash Brothers to Tekken to Street Fighter, they present what they have as a whole and give us their recipe. Because to me is that fighting is at an all-time high right now because there's so many fighting games that's coming out. I think there's a revolution that's growing within the fighting community. But the fact of it is that going back to my original point, because we need to get back to that, is that I hate the fact that people disvalue fighters, racers, and sports games the way that they do. Because if those games weren't, fighters, let's scratch those. But racers and sports games, if those were abolished, the gaming industry would be hurt immensely. Don't twist it. As much as Ham hates Madden, as much as he, you know what I'm saying, as much, you know what I'm saying, he hates Madden. I don't hear him talk too much about FIFA or whatever. If NBA 2K, Madden, FIFA dropped out and just said, fuck it, we're not making any more sports games, the industry is getting rocked. That's just a fact. That's billions. Billions. Watch what Madden does, because watch what Madden's going to rake even more this year. They're really coming out. They're getting ready to let people know that they're, because the college basketball game, the college football game is dropping. They know that they have to have Madden even up to par, because they know that when they drop the college football game, it's going to murder Madden. I mean, murder it. So they have to have Madden. It's going to murder it. So they have to have Madden at a level to where it can even compete to what the college game is going to be when they drop next year. So that's my point of that. All right.
It's either that or they're going to make that college game less than what Madden is. And I just have a hard time believing that. Like I think EA is trending up, not down.
Yeah.
So I have faith that they're going to, like as much as I don't want to say it, but I have faith that they're going to really hone in Madden.
Yeah, Madden is already. Yeah,
I think
watched on.
I think through the few years it has got better, it just isn't quite good enough for me yet. It's fine for K Mega, and I'm not saying he's taking less. Or he's comfortable.
I took less through the 360 and in the beginning of the Xbox One era. There was no question. I settled for less, and that was abysmal. But go ahead, Al.
But yeah, I think they're starting to make some tweaks in the game that makes it more fun to play, more interesting. It's just not quite there yet for me. Mm-hmm. But I think that NCAA football game could really boost my want for a game like Madden, especially if they reintroduce what they did previously, as to where you can take your player from NCAA football and then move them over to Madden.
Oh my God.
If they do that, then I'm going to have a problem.
Welcome to the Madden, because they're going to do it, brother. They're going to do it.
They need to do it because it's silly.
They already addressed it. It's coming.
They have to.
The locker room is going to be solid. Their draft, they're even bringing back the if you remember back when Madden was at his pinnacle, where they were doing the mini games, or the training sessions where you got better with your kicking, you got better with your defense. They've been doing that, but not to the scale of what they used to do back on the PlayStation 2, Xbox One, Dream, GameCube era. They are bringing that back, and so they know that when college comes out, they have to do that situation to where they take that. And also because of the things that's going on within college now, with where the players' likeness can be shown and they get paid. Yeah, the NIL. The game has changed, man. It's going to be solid. It's going to be solid.
I want this first iteration, the NCAA football to Madden, to be, I know this is going to sound terrible, but I want it to be simple. Make it simple.
Okay.
And add upon it as the years go on, because they're not going to stop doing this stuff year after year. For the games. It'll be a huge announcement once they decide to make it where it's just one game and then they just update it. It'll be a huge announcement.
Right.
I don't know how they'll do that yet, but until then, I'm just hoping that they keep it basic from NCAA to Madden, and then as years come down the line, maybe then implement some RPG elements as to where you're in college, really in college, in the dorms, just like you were back in the NCAA football race for the Heisman and stuff like that. You had your own dorm. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then transition to the NFL to where you are broke from in college and live in rags to riches.
Right.
You know, that would be amazing, but I don't want them to try to cram it all in too fast and make a sloppy ass game.
They won't. They won't. They don't have enough time to do all that. With me talking with the Don, he's explained a lot to me to where I got a better understanding, and I'm much more lenient on what they do with things. When they made that first twist during the beginning of the 360 PlayStation 3 era, that was an asinine plus a money grab option, and it was and I should have boycotted Madden. I should have. I didn't. I boycotted Madden for 2 years, and then I got back on it because I just love football. And so I realized, okay, they are trying to make the assessment. So I'm not here trying to say, and listen, NBA, and listen, this is the one thing too, what people don't realize as well, and I know we're talking about sports, but it's also about gaming. 2K games have to stop being cheap. They had the opportunity to change, to outbid EA for exclusivity rights, but 2K games didn't want to spend the money. So it isn't EA's fault. It's 2K that didn't want to spend the money, and they already have the complete market share in NBA. So it's vice versa. EA has NFL, the football, and what I was trying to tell people many years ago, back when Iverson was on the cover on the Dreamcast for NBA 2K. Look, NBA 2K has the potential to overtake EA Live. People didn't believe me then. They said everything to me. Homies was like, no, hell no. Look at what's happening now. So 2K owns the NBA. So it's kind of like a kind of situation, where it is where they gotta compete a little bit more. But 2K, they have to spend the money if they really want to get into the space to make the NFL look at them and say, look, we'll do, because there's plenty of NFL players that are down to get their likeness put on a 2K football game. The problem is that 2K, the industry, or Rockstar don't want to spend the money. So it is just what it is. But anyway, let me read these super chats, and then I'm going to go to you guys one more time and see if y'all had anything else to say. JD Gamer, appreciate it, brother. He said the VGAs don't hate racers. It hates that it could never have GT win over Forza, so it relegates racing to niche, even though they outsell most of the games. I can agree with that 100%. JD Gamer, again, appreciate it, brother. He says that's why racers could never be game of the year. JD Gamer, again, man, God bless you, man. Appreciate it for the holidays. He said the VGAs need to favor Healy's daddy, Sony, and if racers could actually compete for game of the year, Sony would have lost game of the year so many times to Forza. Forza is the GOAT. There's no question about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I see Matt Like Games. He says NBA Live used to be a banger. Live 2005 with Melo on the cover was probably my favorite official NBA game of all time. I always said that NBA Live had the best post game of any other basketball game that I've ever played, especially 2005, 2006, 2007. The problem is that the NBA start going away from the post game, and then that's where NBA 2K just began to start taking over, man. And they just had EA got lazy, and 2K got hungry, and they've seen the opportunity. And I feel that 2K would be the same way with football, but EA took the cheap route and bought the rights and overspent to maintain EA, and that's why there's a lot of people that don't like EA, that has a problem with Madden because there's not the competition. But I feel going forward, if let's just say that college just does college football doesn't meet the expectations, that's going to leave a big opening for them. So I don't know. It's a very interesting race. I do feel that Hi-Fi Rush should be in the category for Game of the Year.
No cameras.
Oh shit, my camera's just fucked up. Somebody left, but that's okay. We're about to get out of here anyway. So thank you guys so much for coming and sticking with us. You know what I'm saying? I'll make the decision to see if we'll come in next week. I don't know. That will be on. Well, we will have to come back for GRG on Friday on the 7th. Now, if we don't get a ruling on the 7th, then I probably won't have a GRG. If we do get a ruling on the 7th, then we will have a GRG because it is very important to talk about that overall. So, and then if they don't do it on the 7th, then it'll be the 12th, which will be the following week on the 17th, and then GRG will be back on the 14th. So we will take a break. Well, I'll just say this right now: GRG will probably take a break on the 7th, unless there's a ruling from the FTC. And just not have GRG for that week. Let everybody enjoy in the Americas, the 4th of July weekend or week or whatever. Let people get some rest, have a good time, and get forward to what we're going to find out probably in the preceding week that's going on to the 12th to the 14th. And so, all right, so we'll be back on the 14th. So anyway, unless, I'll say this one more time, unless we get a ruling on the 7th, which is Friday, from the judge, we will not have GRG on the 7th. If the judge do, we will have a show. If not, we will not have GRG. We're going to let everybody have a good time, including myself, not have a show on Friday. I'm going to make sweet, passionate relations with my wife on the Friday night. But other than that, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead. Ham Solo, where can they find you at, brother?
Damn, it's 7 a.m.
He's muted.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, you can find me here every. Yeah, you can find me here every Friday. But other than that, you can find me on my own channel. I had a show earlier today on TSWS Gaming here on YouTube. Me and K-Meg actually had our show on on that channel this last Monday. This coming Monday, it should be on K-Mega's channel.
Yeah, Monday.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that Monday. That'll probably be the last show for the week for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, we'll be back together on Monday for his channel for the crossover. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter as well at HamSolo05 Gaming.
No doubt. Hey man, Loke, I appreciate it, Loke. You stayed here. You rocked out. PK left. I don't care about the cameras. It's over with anyway right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro,
where can they find you?
See what I look like right now.
Yeah, let's see what you look like. I'm gonna fix this camera just so we can go ahead and see what. Yeah, bro. Let's see that. Let's see what you look like. Go ahead.
Happening.
Oh no, bro, no! Don't tell me that you took it all off, man. You was looking clean and dapper, man. You was professional.
Yo, keep it in your mind. I am still clean and dapper. All right, just go. Believe me.
No,
right?
you don't sound clean and dapper. That's the problem. I need to know something.
You can find me just like Ham Solo said on TSWS Gaming.
Yeah.
You can also find me on the Doomsayers podcast, and you can also find me on K-Mega's K-Mega 405 at least once a month, twice.
GRG. He should be. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put out a poll. Where should our boy Loke should be on more often? GRG or you know, because what? Listen, the podcast with him and Ham Solo, that's their podcast, that's their shit. But anyone else outside of TW, yeah. No. Let's be messy, because you know what? We got some stuff to go around. And listen, I feel that our boy Loke should be over here on the GRG podcast more often than anywhere else. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, he's a free agent. He does what he needs to do. Make that happen. But I feel I'm going to do a poll. But people in the chat.
Next time.
Next time. Loke should be on the GRG podcast more often. Let people. We need to have that because we need that Wakanda, Texas, whatever. African.
Right, so to finish my outro, I just got the trendy idol achievement.
Yes.
On Yakuza 5. Because I played all job types in Haruka's side story. I'm disappointed in everyone that played Yakuza 5 on Xbox. It's just 5% that got this achievement. I'm very disappointed in you guys. That's the end of my outro. Thank you.
Excellent. I am disappointed into you guys. I do have something that I'm going to throw some slander before I leave the show tonight. Let's see. Did I already get Ham Solo? I think I already did. Dark Optimus. Where can they find you at, brother? Where can they find you at, fam?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark. You can also the same name. You guys can also find me here on YouTube at Dark Optimus, where I do a live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're playing Diablo 4 right now, and we're having a blast with that. So come check that out tomorrow. And then, as always, K Mega, it's been a blast.
Say it. Yeah, you like being here. You want to be here. You love it here.
I'm out.
I'm out. It's just the only place you want to be.
Say it. What? You P. Diddy all of a sudden. Say my name. What the hell?
Said I'm out of here. Anyway, the cameras is all jacked up. I don't care at this point. Let's go. I believe last but not least, we got
K.
Viper.
Diddy. That's his name now. K. Diddy.
Yeah. Viper. Where can they find you at? That's good because we can sit there and I can promote. Hey, man, you want them GRG shirts? I got white and gold. I have the hat. I have a bag. I have sweaters, white, gold, black, white, whatever you want. And then I'm working on getting other colors because Rain G4 said he wanted to go ahead and he wanted red, he wanted green, the other people wanted green. GRG is coming, baby. We doing it. I'm working on ties. Hey, I heard that Loke's wife want to have a thong. We gonna do that for him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have that. So Viper, where can we do our shout outs at, man?
Make sure it's blue.
Okay, we'll do. Hey, if you need PlayStation GRGs, we got you. Let's go.
Unlike the affirmative action pick that Dark Optimus is, I actually weaseled my way onto GRG.
Let's go.
But
He did. You live wired here. Like I was saying, we had Livewire weaseled his way into the GRG beforehand. You did the same damn thing. Let's go.
You can find me RG Viper X on Xbox, Steam, and on Twitter. And I'm just I'm gonna be working constantly, even on 4th of July, because hospital never sleeps. So yeah, we're gonna see somebody with get their hands burnt off with some firecrackers or something. But we'll see some crazy stuff.
No doubt. No, I chat with Livewire every once in a while. I mean, I know that they're still doing their things. So go shout out to 100 and them. They got their podcast over there on 100's channel. So if you are still listening to 100, please go check out their podcast over there. Livewire's over there. Livewire has always been a straight up dude, man. I love Livewire. He's a good guy. He's wild, but he's very articulate. That was the crazy thing about him. Like when you talk to Livewire and he would bring up stuff and it was just like, man, bro, you're so highly intelligent, but why are you so damn wild? And I think that's just part of it. Like he's just like, I just want to wild out. And so, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, shout out to Livewire, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Livewire, good people. So go check out 100 stuff channel and their podcast over there. Livewire is still doing this thing over there. Is there anybody else? I don't think there's anybody else. All right, so I do want to make this last point before we sign out. One of the things that I did find very, very, very impressive was the information that came from the ABK case was that about Halo. I had a conversation with Ham Solo and Matt and Cozy and them this week. And this is, I think this should be another discussion because I don't want to be unfair and try to not have these guys say what they feel about anything. But Halo Infinite had the biggest launch ever out of any Halo game. And Halo 5 is still the best-selling Halo game, but I didn't know that Halo Infinite rocked the house like that. I had no idea. I know it did well. And I was already projecting, like, I mean, you got it on Game Pass, you put it on PC, it's going to rate. But I didn't know that it was the biggest. And we're talking about Halo 3, Halo 2. Like, that is substantial. And that just shows that Halo is not irrelevant. Halo is definitely not irrelevant. The problem was that 343 messed up and didn't do what they were supposed to do or bring in the content. So I just wanted to address that, let people know Halo is not dead.
Are you talking sales-wise?
No, in the court, they talked about it was the biggest launch in Halo history. It rocked. It was over 20-some million in the first day. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't fail. Yeah. So it didn't fail. Halo Infinite is not a failure. The issue is that the content is what squandered Halo Infinite's positivity. Because you know, if you look on Steam now, like the numbers are not comparable. It's not good. I think that the Halo on Xbox is really good, but on PC it's just not, because of course there's so much more content out there that has that's much more appealing at this point, even though everybody that I've talked to now is like, man, Halo is really kicked in the gear. After I've played season 3, I was a believer. The desync is gone. It plays so much better. The maps is great. They even added a Halo 5 map in Halo 4. I haven't played Halo 4 the Halo 4 season yet, but I just wanted to make that a point to let people know, when people think that Halo, when they tell you this, that Halo is irrelevant and Halo is done, no. People just wanted the content, and that's what 343 needs to wait. And that's why I keep saying, let 343 cook this generation. Just put out your extra stuff for Infinite. We don't need to hear from you, 343. Cook. Let Gears, let all these other new IPs do the thing that they need to do in order for you to come back and then shock and awe, because it is evident that Halo still has a strong place in the shooter department. And that I was almost believing Ham and Matt and them and Cozy and them the other night. But now we're hearing that news after the hearings Thursday evening. I come to the realization, like, I understand Halo was still that game. So don't let the haters, and I'm not saying the Ham and them are haters. I just think that they felt the same way that I was starting to lean, that Halo just may not just be that game anymore, but it still is. And that is very impressive after 20 some years being, having that relevancy. So anyway, catch out the GRG podcast. If like I said, let me make this point again. If we don't hear any finalations, there will be no GRG on this next coming up Friday. Let everybody have a good time, enjoy themselves. I'm not going to have a podcast. I think that Ham needs the rest. I think that everybody else needs the rest. Let them enjoy their Friday, spend times with their family, including me as well. And I'll be back on the 14th, and I hope you guys will still stick around. I do appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate you guys still sticking around this late at night. Thank you. God bless y'all. Have a good night. It's 12:12 a.m. in Oklahoma time. The club is going to be closing in about an hour and a half, something like that. So you better hit that parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Do the damn thing. Find you something. I got to live through you guys. If y'all want to go find that strange, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of that game. Sometimes I wish I wasn't, but I am. I'm a married man. Got to do that shit. Anyway, do your damn thing. Have a good time. Enjoy that pants off dance off for the holiday season. If you ain't smashing, You ain't a real one. That's my thoughts about it. Anyway, everybody have a good night. Peace. Curie, I see you. Love you, girl. I didn't know. I thought you was in the U.S. But anyway, love you, girl. You know what I'm saying? You're one of my favorites, just like everybody else in here. Dragonheart, Yobi, man, all you guys, man, thank you guys for coming out here and supporting the GRG podcast for all the time. Sleepy Goblin, all you guys. Thank you. Man, thank you guys. We out. Peace.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.